And we are recording.
Alrighty. When last we left off, the Wolf Pack, having assumed direct command over the rebel group known as the Voiceless, after a very biting election process, have begun the first move of their summer offensive. Having learned the necessary spells to infiltrate and assault the Imperial underground fortress known as the Hole, the Pack teleported into the facility in disguise as peacekeepers and lightblades. They bluffed their way through the door by posing as emergency reinforcements, and managed to convince the commandant of the facility to ascend to the intake level to investigate their presence and purpose. Once he arrived, the Pack attacked in full force, taking him down and most of his lodged forces, and convincing some to come to their aid in the process, causing quite a bit of confusion. Once the dust settled, the Pack found a skeleton key to the facility, as well as the Commandant's log, detailing the current roster of prisoners, including those still on level 3, with some familiar names being listed on there. Once attuned to the key, Drost realized he was attuned to most of the facility itself, as it was actually a massive magic item that was tied to the key, and is now in control of short-range facility functions. Descending to the holding and interrogation level, the Pack slew several peacekeepers and liberated several civilians being tortured, including some who were familiar to the Pack. Once interrogation was cleared, the Pack entered the special holding wing and made their way down the hallway before encountering an odd magical construct sitting in an alcove in the wall. After connecting to it through the facility's enchantments, the Pack has now assumed command of an Imperial Purger arcane construct, ready to continue their assault through the prison. And that is where we are picking up. You guys are in the special holding wing there. Kendall, you might notice there's now a red circle around your token. I found a thing on your token for auras, so that is your aura of hate and your aura protection thing. So anyone who's within 10 feet, remember those bonuses that you get. But you guys are in the special holding wing. You have an Imperial Purger, and you can definitely sense that there's at least others here in the wing itself, as well as further in the facility. But you have free agency. Wolfpack, what would you like to do?
What is that thing? That thing's gonna kill us.
No, it works for us now, right?
I don't trust
Yeah,
you.
it's ours. I don't either, honestly.
Feels like I got a pretty good hold on it.
You can't make me.
Yeah.
Oh, Drost. You again. Fine, I'll trust you.
Go ahead, Tez. You can take him out.
Well, no, don't smash it up yet. Let's wait.
I'm gonna just walk up to it and just kind of look around.
Okay. How close are you looking at this thing?
Oh, how tall is it compared to me? I'm like 6'5", 6'6"-ish.
It's got a good foot and a half on you.
Oh, okay. So I'm just looking up at it.
This thing is just barely scraping what can be considered a medium humanoid. It is right at the cusp. If it was any bigger, it would be a large creature.
Oh, this thing's very big. Okay, Drost, I trust you. Now, which way are we going?
I guess we need to go to special holding, right?
Yeah, as far as you can see, this is the special holding wing, and then at the end of the hallway, it turns to the right.
You said I can feel like about 60 feet worth of range?
Yes.
Of like doors and stuff like that?
Correct.
Whatever the closest door is, I'm just going to start opening them one by one. As long as everyone's ready to, if anything's on the other side. But, I mean...
Okay, which one specific, or pick one first and tell me which one you're opening, and I'll tell you what's in it.
I don't. Was anybody else? Were we looking for something in particular? This is special holding, right?
Yeah, this is the special holding wing.
Yeah,
So there
was in
cells here, you're saying?
Yeah,
those
every
three
one of
things
these.
up top.
So, yeah, there's a little. I don't think I have the alcoves fully revealed, but there are multiple cells about every 5 feet. And then down at the end of the hallway, as Finn can see, there's 3 doors that are specifically not cells. They are normal wooden-looking doors.
Oh.
Oh, but this is the office.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I mean, I don't have to open cell doors if we want to put a pin in that. We can figure
Can we
out what
see
else
through
is going on.
the cell doors have like a window to look through?
They do not. No.
Oh, I'll
We had
knock
the
on
book,
the door.
right? That told us who was in.
Oh,
We had the notes, right?
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it should be in shared notes. Yeah, you have a list of where, like, who is actually in special holding and what cell number they're in.
Nice. Okay.
Roast,
Well-
do this thing not to sneak up on me.
I think the only issue is that you don't, as you kind of look, none of the cells are numbered.
So we're.
I mean, this is all special, so these aren't like the normal prisoners, right? These are all like good ones for us.
Theoretically.
Just
You
open
do
the
have a
door.
list. You did recognize, just going through that list again, obviously you've already run into Brendan, Greeley, Mindra, who were being interrogated / tortured. You don't recognize the other names on that list, other than Ikra Trenicel. That one obviously is the one you're looking for, and you do recognize that name. The other name you did recognize, though, was in cell number 20, Ruderin Fields, the human mage who identified a certain magical item and then tried to mind wipe himself.
Interesting.
Oh, and you
okay.
had notes about them trying to interrogate Ruderin about trying to piece his mind together and how he's pretty much insane at the moment.
Oh, it's maybe not. Hopefully, we don't open his cell. He may not react well to us.
I mean, yeah, it's up to you guys. Do we want to? I mean, it seems like I can open
How many
cell
cells are there?
cell doors. So
You start looking through, and it looks like. Sure, here.
There are 20 of them.
Yeah, there's a little more than 20 at this point. You do know, like, one of the cells listed in the journal is cell number 20. There's a couple spots that look a little different. The cell doors, or the doors to them, are slightly bigger and more in line with what the alcove that purger came out of. So you get the sense, and Gross can easily tell since he can sense them. There are other purges in here as well. So excluding those, there's about 20 cells.
Well, I'd say pick one at either end because we know who's in number 1 and who's in number 20. So
Sure.
just pop one of those at either end, and we'll see if it's either going to be that Ruderin Fields dude or Trenicel, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, I can't see necessarily cell doors, but whatever one's closest to over here, I'll open it up.
That's my bad. Let me review
That's no
a
problem.
little bit. So they're actually spaced every 5 feet. There's a couple right. No, not that one. Basically, like, it's cell door, 5 foot space, cell door, 5 foot
Sure.
space, all along this pathway. So, yeah, you've got cell doors in that part of the hallway you're in right now. You have one right there. You have one right there. And then space.
I'll pop the one right in front of Tez open. Hey Tez, think fast.
All right. You pop open that cell door, and Tez, since you're right there in front of it, immediately you see what looks like a very skinny, what was probably a very well-dressed elven noble, who looks a bit emaciated, a bit roughed up, like he's probably been through the ringer a bit. And immediately, as soon as it opens, you can see, like, this cell, it's a 5, like, it is not a very big space at all. It is enough that you could, like, crouch, like, squat on the ground and, huddle up. There's no space to, like, lie down or get comfortable or anything like that. There's no kind of, like, source of light. It is pure darkness in this cell. So as soon as you open it, like, he has dark vision, but his eyes immediately have to, like, adjust to the intake of light as he kind of looks up. What is it, beating time already? As he looks and goes,
Who are you, my friend? Are you okay?
He immediately sees a light blade, like, this is different because you're still in your unless you guys
Yeah,
dispelled
we're
it.
still disguised.
Yeah, you're
Oh
still
Yeah.
shit! I'm a light blade.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
leaving that up as long as I can.
Look at me. I'm your
Do we
friend.
do we look
Tell me who
do we
you
look
are.
normal to each other?
No. I don't think that's how seeing
I don't.
works.
Yeah, I
I
don't.
think
Well-
you all see it.
It's similar. This is me going off my memory. I should double check. But I thought it was similar to the like if you were to interact with it or whatever, it's like you still
Yeah, it
see
doesn't-
it,
doesn't
but
hold
it's
up
like
scrutiny
you
by
see
any means.
through the illusion.
Yeah.
So my guess is we would have all made sure that we can see each other rightly.
Yeah. Oh, I'll allow that. Yeah. You guys have interacted with each other like at a distance. The seeming kind of takes effect again, so they look exactly like a peacekeeper. But when you guys are kind of clustered up close, you look like normal for yourselves.
I'll push my head
Tez
through
easy.
the
Just-
push my head through the darkness a little bit.
What's your name, friend?
Icar Trenicel, scion of House Trenicel of Elvenel.
perfect. We're here to pick you up.
That's a perfect shot there.
Forgive my
Nailed
asking.
it.
Am I being taken to a different facility? Has my father
no.
Don't you worry about that.
No, you're dead to do shit. This is the fucking. You ever heard of the Voiceless? Guess what, motherfucker? You're part of the rebellion. Woo!
Can I pick him up? Is he like that bad? Is he just like he's probably not even able to walk?
I'm gonna say yeah.
Or-
He tries to struggle. He's not necessarily good at it. He tries to fight it for a second, and you immediately like pick him up, and now he can kind of see through your disguise now as he's gotten closer. Like, oh,
You've got
I'm a
soft
rebel now.
fur and
Okay.
not hard armor.
Big lion.
yeah, you okay? That's different. I guess I'm in your debt. Are we leaving right now?
No, we still got a bunch of shit to fuck up, so we're just kind of cracking you guys out of your cells. We freed some other ones. They're kind of hanging out down in the control room. We still got to go down to the sub basement and figure out whatever kind of beasties down there, because we got some more of like allies that direction too.
He kind of looks at you guys and is like, that sounds like suicide, but I guess if you're suicidal enough to break in here, you're probably strong enough. So, not going to question it. I appreciate the
offended.
break, and I guess I'll go
Suicidal.
meet up with this other group by the elevator.
I think this infiltration was masterful.
A good idea.
I'll go to the elevator. And
Hey,
Oh,
before you go, do you know anybody else in here, or do they keep you separated?
I know, from what I remember, the cells are a little, like, they're harder to hear through, but the guy across the way, and he points to the cell directly across, is constantly banging on the cell door, enough that he gets regularly beaten for it.
No.
Like, badly. Like, he keeps doing it. I don't think he's of right of mind.
Must be Rudrin.
Oh, I bet that's number 20. So I bet they go down the hall and then back up the hall.
Right. All right, thanks. Go take cover.
Yep, well, will do. And he kind of like,
Brenda
starts
and
moving.
Greeley are down there hanging out. So
I don't know who those people are, but hopefully they're friendly.
Brenda's super friendly. If you know what I mean.
Ooh.
Yeah, she is.
Ooh.
What's
He
that
just
mean?
talking. You can kind of see like the signs of shock. Like he doesn't understand if he's actually hallucinating this or not at the moment. So
So we got a whole lot of plans for you later. So
okay, I guess I'm not in a position to argue. So he limps down the hallway and heads to the rest of the group.
well, Josh, you want to go get like tuned into the rest of this place, and then we'll go spring the rest of these people.
Sure. Sounds jarring, but I'll give it a try.
Yeah,
You'll be
might as well.
fine.
All right, what's next?
Well, I'm assuming these doors up here, he said, are the wooden ones.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
so there's one dead ahead, and then there's one on each side. Damn it, Jordan, you being attuned to this really throws everything off. Drost, you know for a fact both of the wooden doors on the sides are warded to all hell. They're like they have multiple layers of enchantments on them to protect them from being opened by anyone who isn't allowed to.
Oh, weapons lockers.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop if I can drop the wards. I will drop the wards and open this door.
Since you aren't fully attuned yet, I'm gonna need an Arcana check. The DC is not that high though.
Let's go get fully
Sure.
attuned. If it's like
me-
it's still locked.
Oh, my character sheet's being stupid. Okay. If I have a second to magic myself up. Oh, things changed on the character sheet a little.
Yeah, you absolutely can magic yourself up. You're not. You guys are not in combat at the moment, so.
Where did guidance there? Yeah, I will attempt to. Oh, it's got advantage on. Did they really change the sheet, or am I just?
I don't think they did. Not that I've noticed.
It just,
I mean,
it just
changed it
looks
a little bit.
It just
but-
looks different to me. Anyways,
Or maybe they did.
That's
January 2024, they redesigned it. They're incorporating data features, but
I think it's a
I
little shit. Like they added the
it's-
rest buttons.
yeah, nothing too big, I don't think.
Yeah, it just
Yeah.
looks different as
So
well.
15 was the DC, so you beat it on both rolls. So, which one are you opening, left or right?
I'll do the left one.
Okay. You open up, or you drop the enchantments on the left one, and you feel like the door is now safe.
Tez, you want to open that door?
I'll open
Right.
that door. Here we go. I'll fling it open.
Immediately, you kind of bash into the door because the door's locked.
Oh, Drost.
Can I do anything about that?
That's a
Oh, I
mundane
can-
lock.
I can do that.
Ah.
Hold up.
Yeah, you check it, and it is straight up just there's a bolt, like deadbolt in it.
Does can I
let's
can
see.
I try the actual physical skeleton key?
I
You
got
go
12
to put the
to
skeleton
fuck.
key to the deadbolt, and as you look at the skeleton key, like it is bigger than the deadbolt key. The
Okay.
second it comes within a couple of inches, the key, like the entry point on the deadbolt, expands, and the skeleton key fits perfectly. And you just hear a soft click as the door is unlocked.
Just like look left and right, be like, this is. I'm drunk on power right now. I'm not used to this. I'll open the door gently and step back.
You open the door, and you can see a room with what looks to be 7 chests.
Oh, what's this in here?
It's prisoner impound.
Ooh.
We should
I mean-
open these.
One by one, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Which one you
Yeah.
open in first?
Oh, I want to. No one's gonna stop me. I'm looking at this one.
Okay. 1 second here. Get the list of it.
This is the
Hez loves treasure.
My notes are taking forever. Why is this? All right. Here we go. Hey, Tez.
Oh,
You're not raging right now, right?
no, I'm not.
No.
You take 17 points of damage as you go to reach for this, to open up the lid of this chest, and the lid itself pops open and reveals a massive set of teeth that take a chomp out of
Oh man.
Oh shit, it's a mimic.
Damn.
you. You're goddamn right. I found a way to get a mimic in here.
So glad
I
that was the
need
mimic.
everybody to roll
Is it-
initiative.
Yeah.
Did it clamp onto me?
It is clamped onto you.
Oh, how do I roll initiative here? with him clamped
go
on.
ahead, select,
Still roll
select your
initiative.
token and roll like
Well,
normal.
normally I would get advantage, but obviously with this, is it just a flat roll?
It already took its surprise round on you, so yeah, it's still a normal. It's still you get advantage on it.
Okay, cool.
You're aware it's here now.
All right. Holy shit! Well, the advantage toggle did not work.
Well, I'm not rolling well. This is not
Okay.
going good.
I'm like dog shit too.
Oh, there we
I
go.
cannot tell you how thrilled I am that this worked.
God damn it, an 8.
I have never had a good opportunity to throw one of these things at you, and now I'm so happy. All right. So yeah, you took, what was that? 18 points of damage? How many? Or no, 17.
17, yeah,
I can
17.
math. Yes, 17 points of damage. As this thing is now latched onto your arm.
Oh, and it hurt because I'm nearly at the end of
Yep, you
the
are.
fucking
You
order
are
here.
not raging at the moment. So, Dros, you're kind of like backed up a little ways, but you can hear it. You hear this thing like growl and latch, and you hear Tez scream out as he takes damage. What would you like to do?
What type of resource do I need to use to have this hulking armor thing
You know,
move around, do stuff? Is that like
that is
an
gonna be
action
it's
to
it's
command
gonna
it?
be a free action on your turn to tell it what to do, and then on its turn it will do it.
Okay. Well, I will. I'll tell it to destroy that mimic if it's still alive when it gets the chance to move. I don't know a whole lot about mimics. I'm gonna move up to where I can see it, and I'm gonna hit it with a mind sliver. So move here. Can I see it from here? I'm assuming.
Yeah, you can see it. Yeah, as Tez is kind of like in the doorway, trying to pull his arm back, you can definitely see pieces of it. So,
I'm
all right.
struggling. It's bad.
That's int save.
Intelligence. Yep, DC 18. Ooh, buddy, you are targeting its super weak point.
Yeah.
Oh,
That is
wow.
a dirty
Dumb as
one.
hell.
You take
All the damage.
five of
And that's all for me.
that. All right, Tyler, it's your turn. You hear the screaming.
Yeah, it's a little too far for me to really do anything this round, so I think I'm just gonna dash to where I can see it.
Okay.
It's like 10 feet too short.
Could you get within range and heal him?
I could, but actually no, I can't even. I don't think I'd be able to see him because 30 feet is to here. Or
You
here.
can see him. That door is open.
Oh, okay. Shit then. I'll do that.
Yeah, if you're right here, you should be able to see him.
Alright. Alright. Then I'll use Healing Word.
All right. Go ahead and roll for that.
There we go.
9 points
You
of
heal
healing
9.
back to you, Tez.
Oh, thank you, Tyler.
Uh-huh.
All right.
As it's still latched onto me.
Yep, that is still latched onto you, and it's gonna just try.
Sorry,
Yeah, it's gonna try and
didn't mean
bite
to
you.
click that.
It has advantage because it's got you already. So here we go.
Oh. Oh.
So
Uh-oh.
my attack earlier was a crit as well.
Oh boy.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
So this is the second time. It's
Oh
just
my
really
God.
crap damage because it's not meant to be a strong creature. So,
What's that? 14? Am I counting that right?
Yeah.
yes, 14. 14 points of damage.
This asshole.
As it just keeps trying to like chomp on you and like, ah.
Just gnawing on my arm.
Yep.
You won't let go.
Taylor, it is your turn because it's not going to go anywhere.
Yeah, I'm gonna get up here and use Cure Wounds. Woohoo! A whole 3.
Gotta love ones on healing. 3 health back to you, Tez.
Oh, thank you. Still gnawing on my arm.
All right. Loki, it's your turn. I will remind everyone that you can move through allies, by the way. So theoretically, if someone wanted to get into that room to attack it, that is an option.
I used all my movement to get here, so I'm stuck here until my next.
I figure. Loki, what you doing?
I want to move right into the room, right next to Taz, and
Loki.
attack it.
All right.
Just battle axe.
And
Yep,
that's
go
when
ahead
you
and
activate
strike at it.
all the other mimics. No, I'm just kidding.
You
Oh my god.
I didn't think about that.
That would be
That would suck.
That's it.
So
I'm gonna use
bad.
the
Brutal.
classic Eldritch Blast, find a mimic trick.
Oh, yeah.
23 definitely hits this thing. And yep, 9 points of slashing damage. Go ahead and make your second attack.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely hits. Go ahead and roll. All right, you take 2 big chunks out of it, and it's going to look fairly hurt. All right, anything else?
Nope, I'm gonna wait.
All right, at the end of your turn,
Right.
you suddenly hear behind you
Oh, shit.
as one of the chests opens up and makes a strike at you.
I knew it.
Holy
No.
shit.
Where there is one mimic, there is more. I don't think a 17 hits your armor class now, though. Does it? I don't remember off the top of my head.
It sure
Loki.
shouldn't.
No, it does not.
Okay. Yeah. You feel as its teeth, like with it, reeking acid on these things, rake across the back of your armor as you turn around and see another one of these chests coming to life with this massive set of teeth. But you only see it for like half a second. Because then there's suddenly a shadow falling from the ceiling.
Oh.
As... Where is it? The entire room suddenly gets covered in darkness.
Oh.
No.
Oh, shit.
Finn, you can still see in there because this is magical darkness, but everyone with dark
Finn.
vision can't.
Hmm.
The other one, and let's see here. So this guy. Oh, that's not the one I want. There we go. You feel in the darkness, Loki, something going to attack you.
Loki, we're not alone, are we?
Oh my god. Crit 10.
I don't think so.
22 and a 25. Okay. You take So you don't take a lot of damage. You only take 7. But you suddenly feel like this weird, warm envelopment all around your head, you are completely wrapped up. You are currently blind, in addition to being in magical darkness, and you are also unable to breathe because you are currently being engulfed.
Oh no.
Oh, jeez.
So yeah, that's happening. Actually, Finn, you can see this happen. Yeah, you're able to see this. I need to put
A fucking worst initiative ever.
So those little like cloaker things.
They are, yeah. You've seen these before in some of the caves out in the mountains. These are dark mantles.
Oh yeah.
So you watched as one of them like popped out of one corner and shot that darkness all around before repositioning. The other one has fully wrapped itself around Loki's head.
Okay.
But it's your turn, and you can see him. What are you doing?
I'm gonna shoot the one on Loki's head, and I'm gonna use Grasp of Hadar to pull it 10 feet towards me.
This ought to be good. All right.
Nice.
Whoop. I'm assuming
That
19
definitely
hits.
hits. Go ahead and roll damage. 13 points of damage. So, the way this attachment works, it is fully like wrapped around this thing like a towel. You blast it and damage it, pull and start pulling at it. It pulls Loki with him. Loki and Tez, I need both of you to make acrobatics checks as you kind of both slam into each other.
Oh, okay.
Little fucker's really on there. Hold tight, Loki. Let's see if I can do it again.
That's
Both
not
of
bad.
you guys collide, but it doesn't hurt that bad, and neither of you are knocked prone.
Okay,
like Loki, you almost fall on your face with this happening. Like you lose your balance for a second, but you kind of figure it out, and you're still upright.
Well, I guess I'm gonna shoot my other Eldritch Blast, and
That's a hit.
I'll pull the one on his head another 10 feet out into the
No
hallway.
need this time, as the blast hits it, and you feel your magic like latching on. The grip around Loki loosens, and you full on pull out this monstrous-looking cloak cephalopod out of the room and sitting just on the ground next to you.
Oh, so he's not wrapped up anymore. Does that thing still have a hold of Tez?
Yeah.
The mimic still does. Yes.
Oh, and did he fall down or did Loki fall down?
Neither of them fell down. They collided.
Neither of them.
They collided, but they were
Mhm.
fine. They both met the DC.
Well, if that thing still has a hold of Tez, I'm gonna run in and grab Tez and bonus action Misty Step and teleport us both back out of that room.
Okay. And that breaks it. So yeah.
Oh, nice.
Tez, you are
Hey, Tez. Sorry about that.
you are
Took me a
pulled out
second.
of there,
I can see. Thanks, Finn.
leaving
No problem.
Loki in a very, very dark room that he can't see, and then surrounded by monsters.
Well, I got the thing that had a hold of him off, so I figure now everybody
You
is
still
at
can't
least
see, though.
free.
Yeah,
Probably can
like Loki,
breathe.
you felt this thing like stop wrapping around you, and you're able to breathe. You are still blind from the magical darkness. Like,
Well, Drosty can dispel that, right?
We'll find out.
Yep. That's it for me.
all right. Tez, it's your turn. You have agency again.
Okay. I think I'll go ahead and rage.
All right, so I'm gonna rage. So that's going to trigger the wild surge. And I need to roll a d8 to see what's happening here. So that's a 7. Da-da-da. Flowers and vines temporarily grow around you. This one's but until your rage ends, and the ground within 15 feet of you is difficult terrain for your enemies. That's not gonna work. All right, so I'm still gonna rush forward since I'm raging. 5, 10, 15, and I know that Loki's in here, right?
Yeah, you're aware. You can hear him like moving around, and you hear the
I
two
know.
mimics in there.
And I know how big the room is.
Yeah, it is like a 9 by
All right.
or 15 by 15 room. It's not very big.
All right. So I'm not wasting my action breaking free from that mimic, so that's nice. So I'm gonna go in and blindly, Tez is gonna look for Loki, and I'm gonna grab Loki when I find him and fling him out the door. Just to guide him, like just because he probably can't see. So I'm gonna grab him and fling him out the door. Can I do that?
Loki, are you willing to let that happen to you?
Sure, why not?
It's me, Loki. I'm coming for you.
Yeah. Then you run in there. You find him. You know what?
At this point, this is what Tez is thinking. Tez is thinking that these things fighting him are fucking chests on the ground. So nothing outside is harming us. So I'm grabbing Loki and I'm saying, let's just get out of this room.
Well, give me a D20 luck check here, because this is magical darkness and you can't do that. You can hear him,
Very lucky.
but you know.
Oh, I hope that the lowest was better.
Always.
So because
I don't like my
where,
odds.
because of where Loki is, you have to run in there to get him.
Uh-huh.
You immediately
How
run
dare.
in, and you're now fully blind again.
Sure, yeah.
Loki, you feel a hand grab you and tug you in a direction, and you allow it, correct?
He can hear me screaming. It's
Yes.
Tez.
Yeah. Loki, give me an acrobatics check real quick.
Oh boy.
Okay. Tez flings you in what he thinks is the direction he just came from. He got turned around a little bit, though. So he throws you in a direction, and you almost immediately collide with a chest, a normal chest, not a mimic.
You're welcome, Loki.
I assume I threw him the right direction.
Of
I'm
course.
coming.
I have movement left, by the way.
You
Corey.
do.
So I'm going to just, as long as I can, I'm going to walk back out and stand here.
Both two different creatures are going to get attacks of opportunity on you.
Okay, no, that's fine, because I super think Loki's out here.
Okay, one of these is going to go first, and he's just going to smack you.
Okay.
It's still so dark.
It's not grappling you. You can't see it though.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I may not even make it out, actually. If the one against the wall.
The mimic didn't do the darkness though, so it can't see either.
Oh shit, good point.
I'm gonna say that's a straight roll. It would normally you can't see in there, so normally it's similar to being blinded, which would be advantage, but it can't see you either. So, it's just gonna make a straight try to smack at you, and get lucky apparently.
Jesus. Yeah, that hits.
It's not in object form at the moment. It is like splayed out a little bit more. So you're not stuck to it is the good thing.
Oh, good.
The other one, after you take that 11 points, the other one's going to smack at you. This one can see through it.
Okay.
Jesus.
Damn!
As you start backing out of the room, you take 15 points of bludgeoning halved. Down to 7.
I should have mentioned this. I now have unstable backlash. So whenever I'm raging and I take an attack, I re-roll my
Your
fucking
ability.
wild surge. Yes.
Okay.
So I
Go
missed the
reroll.
first time, so I'll just go ahead and do it because I've been hit twice. I'll just do it the second time and see what we get here. Kaboosh! A 4. Oh, what's a 4? Oh, magic infuses one weapon of your choice you're holding until your rage ends. The weapon's damage type changes to force, and it gains the light and throne properties. So I've got Thor's hammer, which is super cool. This fight, we'll see.
All right.
But
Yeah,
have a
you
Thor
feel,
hammer.
your hammer like light up and like humming with energy, which is a shame that you can't see it right now. Because
Correct.
this thing just fully wrapped, and you guys watch as he steps out of the darkness. Tez comes out and has this massive, like, cephalopod-looking thing wrapped around his head. You're blinded and you can't breathe at the moment, and you just hear muffled. All the rest of you hear muffled yells.
That's it for me.
I'm gonna put the token right here, but it is on Tez at the moment. So, and Tez, you have to move in another. All right, I'm gonna say you keep moving because you have to. You can't end in Taylor's space.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that is your go.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Purger's turn. So the Purger was told, what was its command specifically?
It was told to attack the mimic that was here.
Okay. You sense in the back of your mind as this thing starts moving into that room, and as soon as it gets into the magical darkness, it's like a filter comes over its helmet, and it's now able to see in magical darkness. This thing has true sight up to 15 feet.
Oh, sweet.
And it sees this mimic, and it's God, this is going to go badly for the mimic. You have access to the sheet, so you can pick what you want it to do.
I will have it do just. Oh, it's got multi-attack. I'll have it do light blade attack twice.
Okay. Go ahead and click. You should be able to click. Yep.
Does it get if it can see and its target can't? Does it get advantage on those?
Attack rolls against the creature have advantage. Yeah, roll that one more time. Yep. All right, 20 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage for that.
Okay. Oh, this is all. I should public. But yeah.
Minus 12.
So
Okay.
12, and then a second light blade attack. Sorry, I could have probably clicked the advantage, but presumably that
24
24
definitely hits on this thing. Go ahead and roll.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, you can sense this thing as it starts carving into this mimic. The mimic is doing awful at this point.
I think it's just stays there.
All right, it's back to your
Yes.
turn.
Oh, great. I'm going to. I'm reluctant to use my third level spells, but I'm gonna dispel magic in the room.
Ew.
Okay. On the magical darkness, I'm guessing.
Yes, trying to eliminate the darkness.
Poof! It is gone. Loki, you are suddenly, immediately and violently returned to sight. As you can see, this poor mimic bleeding from multiple cuts on it, as the Purger standing above it, and another mimic starting to sniff at your feet so it can take a chomp out of you. Anything else, Drost?
Oh, no, I have no bonus action shit.
All right,
Stay put.
Tyler, it's your turn. Tez is right next to you and has a thing on his head.
All right. Let's get that off. All right. He's right next to me. Wait, where is he? I can't see him for some reason.
He's sorry. There's another token there. Let me.
Yeah,
you're
he's
fine.
in this corner, right?
He's technically on Tez, and Tez is in the middle there. I'm gonna move. There's another dead Dark Mantle that was there, but
You
Yeah,
don't
the
want
dark
to
mantle.
like
I
that.
have the token there so it's visible, but it's on Tez.
Okay, I will use Primal Savagery on it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to attack.
Well, that's pretty rad.
Ew.
Go ahead
Never
and roll
mind.
damage.
Not a great roll
I-
on Tez's head.
Not good.
Yeah, go ahead and roll damage real quick.
Great, yeah,
Oh
sure.
man.
Awesome.
If it was literally, like, I don't normally do this with botches, but considering this thing is physically attached to a person.
I deserve
God.
this. 100%.
Hey, Tez, don't die.
Acid damage? My feet!
Yeah, it's acid damage.
Yeah. As you go to strike, the cephalopod, like, pulls Tez's head, and you just rake claws across Tez's chest.
Oh god, I'm so sorry, Tez. I'm gonna heal him as my bonus action.
Oh, okay.
Holy shit, that thing
There
wrapped
you
around
go,
Tez's head just
uh,
scratched him.
This thing's hurting me. Oh, good.
I'll use 3.
Not bad. Oh, that's perfect.
How am I giving you guys more problems with mimics
is
and dark
that,
mantles than I
14?
did with a legendary creature?
You know-
Right.
Because we
It's a great
expected the
question.
legendary creature. We were not expecting a
true.
freaking mimic in a prison.
Yeah.
This encounter is ridiculous. It's just 2 mimics in these, like, alien things. I've been healed and damaged, like, 8 times.
We
What
are
the
also
fuck?
rolling like ass, and
No
you are
shit.
pulling it off.
Yeah, the multiple crits on my part probably aren't helping. See, this is what I was talking about, JC. Like, my
I
rolls
know.
here balance out my awful ones in your game.
Yeah, man, no kidding.
Well, Tez, you also gain 3 temporary HP.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Yup.
So yeah, Tez, you can't see, hear, or anything really. You just feel this like pain across your chest and then the light healing.
That happened fast.
Yeah, it was almost like instantaneous. It was so weird. Alright. It's the mimic's
Works for
turn.
me.
That poor mimic that is nearly dead is going to try and attach itself to this purger, but it's probably not going to go well. It can see again, though, so... Jesus.
Wow.
Okay, the mimic is technically a magical creature, so it takes half of that, 7 points of damage. There you go. And it is now stuck to the creature, or stuck to the purger. As it's like, it manages to get itself stuck on one of the arms and is just like holding onto it with all of its life left. And that is all that mimic can do. The other mimic is going to run, or like skate across the ground over here. And it's going to try and help. And do the exact same thing. And completely whiffed. Alright, that's their go. Taylor, it's your turn. This you watch your sister carve a piece out of Tez and immediately like band-aid it. But it's still wrapped around his head.
Well, I'm not going to try and accidentally damage him. But I am going to use my bonus action to face step over here so I don't get attacked by the mimic.
Okay.
And then I am going to cast Healing Spirit. Right here. Where
Right on Tez?
Yes.
Alright. Tez, you get 3 points of healing back, and I'm gonna throw that in the chat so I remember it.
Yes.
5 foot cube.
Thank you.
Or start the turn there, you can use the spirit to restore 1d6 hit points to that creature, no action required. Alright. So yeah, Ted, as long as you stand still, you will get some healing back every turn.
That's wonderful.
All right. Anything else, Taylor?
Nope. That is all my stuff. I'll
All
stay
right.
right here.
At initiative count 16, Drost, the door behind you
Oh, for fuck's sake.
opens up, and you see a peacekeeper run out. And as soon as he makes it to the middle of your group, throws down what looks like a little orb, and the entire room shakes and reverberates, starts to shake and reverberate, as he casts Thunderstep.
Uh-oh.
I need... Is that not coming? There we go.
He does that on his allies?
These things, he doesn't know what these things are or really care. I mean,
No, I'm
Imperial,
saying
we didn't-
us. We're his allies. We look like peacekeepers and
he hears
light blades.
fighting. He hears fighting. He's ducking. That is, he is dipping is his whole strategy here. All of you need to give me a Constitution save.
Damn, con saves.
Oh, and the frickin' paladin is
Yeah, the paladin is the only one
Too
that isn't
far.
in there.
and is too far away
he has
from us
limited
for the
bonus.
aura.
So
Oh, not bad.
Constitution save.
yep, DC
Finn.
17.
Oh wow.
Oof.
Is that thing still on my face? It's still on my
That thing
face,
is
isn't
still
it?
on your face. Yes,
God damn, Tess is having.
Oh, does it get
rough.
thunderstepped?
it does. In fact, it is going to take damage as well. Con. Yeah, that went well. Tez, you have a chance of getting out of here depending on how this roll goes.
Okay.
Nope.
No, damn.
Yeah, that was a pitiful damage roll. All of you take 9 points, or sorry, Finn and the thing take 9 points of damage. The rest of you take 4.
Oh, motherfucker, that's my trick. That hurts.
As he
I was
continues.
supposed to roll, didn't I never rolled.
Yes, you need to roll as well.
Yeah, I failed.
All right, yeah, you take 9 points as well.
Yeah, sorry, I was totally not paying attention. My bad.
No worries. He teleports down to the end of the hall and keeps running.
Oh, we got people back there. We might need to save them.
He seemed more bent on escape, but yeah.
Where'd
that's
that
not
motherfucker come from?
not a bad point.
He came from that door to the north here,
Oh,
which is
okay.
open. So let me do a little reveal here. Door's open. You can kind of see in there. Looks like from a easily you can. Well, everyone but Tez that's out in the hallway. You can see what looks like a desk and some chests and things like that.
Wait, that dude teleported to where we can't see him.
Yeah, he teleported to the end of the hallway and then kept running.
Fuck.
Yeah, he is booking it.
Joe, you better turn those fucking robots loose on his ass before he goes and kills all the prisoners we just freed.
I know.
All right, that was his go. Loki, it's your go. You got knocked around a little bit, and now you've got a nearly dead mimic and a mostly alive mimic in here fighting a purger.
Yep. I'm going to attack the one that I'm looking at right now.
Is this the one that's attached to the purger, or the one right in front of you? Or the one in the middle of the room, I should say.
No, the one over here in the corner.
Okay, yeah, the one that's attached to the purger. That definitely hits. Roll damage. That does it. So yeah, you take a chop and straight up cut off the rest of the mimic's body from the limb that had attached to the purger. That limb then slides off in a gelatinous mass as this thing is fully dead.
And then I just turn to the one that's in the middle of the room and attack it.
All right, go and roll. That's a hit as well. Go ahead and roll damage. 12. Good strike. Yeah, you take a chunk out of it. Anything else?
No, that's it for now.
All right. It is the Dark Mantle's turn. The Dark Mantle can only do one thing while it's attached like this. It is going to try and crush your head.
Oh, good.
Yep. It has advantage to do it, but that is it.
You talking to me?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
I believe a 20 hits, correct?
Sure does.
All right. You take 4 points of bludgeoning damage, halved.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it doesn't work. You're already attached to this thing, so...
All right, cool.
None of that stuff applies to you at the moment.
All right.
And it doesn't move because it can't move, because it's attached to you. So
It's attached to me.
Your go.
Well, shit. That dickhead ran off. Fuck. I already used all my spells. Well, I guess I don't have shit else to do, so I'll shoot this mimic. Well, no, I'll shoot the fucking Dark Man off to his head. I had good luck with it on Loki. I'll give him the old fucking pew pew.
I don't know what you're doing. It's okay. I can't see.
Yeah, 27's going to hit.
And I'll use the grasp to pull it.
All right, you pull it 10 feet, and Tez immediately starts barreling towards you.
I'll run down here. I should have said that first. I'll back up down the hallway so when I pull it towards me.
Am I following?
Yeah, Tez, you get moved here.
Okay. Okay.
Give me a dexterity save real quick.
Oh. I traditionally get advantage on those. Would I in this case?
You do.
You have to see the...
on things that you can see?
Let's see here. Da-da-da. When things are...
You have advantage on dexterity against effects you can see, such as traps and stuff. You're blind at the moment. You don't see a door right in front of your face.
Shit, he's still on me. Okay. Darn.
Oh,
so go ahead and give me a straight roll on that.
Straight roll. Boop. Not
You're
bad.
fine. You bonk your head a little bit on the door, but it doesn't hurt. So.
Honk. Oh.
Yeah, you've taken harder hits than that. Finn, that definitely hits. Go ahead and roll.
Okay.
And this might be for the money. You blast it, and literally, Tez, as soon as you bonk your head, you're like, ow, and then you feel it slough off of you.
Oh, good.
You immediately have that thought of like, oh, I must have bonked it hard enough.
Oh, good. I got it off, everyone. Finn, don't worry.
Not worrying.
Okay.
And then I guess that's it for me. I don't have anything else I can do.
All right.
I guess I'll use the rest
to Tez.
Man, what's the score here? I don't know anything about the Thunderstep guy, do I?
No, something hit you really hard, but you have no idea what it was earlier.
I've been blind for like 3 rounds, right?
You've been blind for a while, yeah.
I'm just gonna step down here and kind of look around, and I'm gonna look at Finn and say,
Finn, what do I do? Where am I?
I don't know. A guy just ran past us back the way we came from.
Okay.
Who get him?
I'm gonna run that way. 10, 20, 25, 40, 45. What do I get? 40. Let me double check. And I get
Can
shit.
you see his ass? You can throw your hammer at him.
I can. I get 45. So I turn that corner right here. Do I see him?
You see him. He is just about to duck into that hallway.
Oh, I fucking throw my hammer.
Yeah, you do.
I fucking throw it. I throw it
right at 45.
Recklessly too. Fucking recklessly.
Oh god. Yeah. Give me that roll.
Brain his ass.
Oh man, those are crappers.
It looks like you
16
have.
just hits.
It looks like you have that. Unless you have that D4 on by intent, it looks like that's from like my bless type spell. So I don't know if that should be toggled on or not.
Oh yeah, augments on there. That's just a 15.
Oh yeah. Uh-oh. Augment off.
15's not going to do it.
Damn.
You
Okay.
chuck the hammer, and you hear it collide with a wall
Motherfucker.
and like blow a chunk out of it when it hits. He immediately like has to duck down and like take cover.
Oh, I snarl at him. Motherfucker. It flies back to me, right?
Is that the?
Let's look.
I think that's how it works. I want to make sure.
Yeah, so I'll make sure where I end up with my hammer. Come on. If the weapon leaves your hand, the weapon reappears in your hand at the end of the current turn. Okay.
So yeah, it's just there.
Okay. So until the purger's gone, and then I get it back. Right? Or until my end
I
of
think
my
it's your
turn.
Yeah,
Okay,
you get
cool.
it back. You
Alright.
just can't throw it twice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no sweat. Okay, cool. Yep,
Alright.
I'm done.
At the end of your turn, you can see like the peacekeeper like ducked and it hit the wall, and he sees your hammer and reaches to grab for it, and as soon as he does, it flies back to you, and he's just like, oh
Okay.
shit, just goes to keep running instead.
You don't have another attack, Tez?
Unless
He
he has something
does.
else you can
I think you
throw.
have. Do you?
Oh, I guess I didn't know if you had any other
You're
weapons.
a
Well,
barbarian. They usually have stuff to chuck, right?
Yeah, you get like a javelin or something.
I
Would
have
it
a
make your- would it make-
I have a javelin. I'm really good
Would it
with
make your
too.
hammer feel bad if you had other weapons?
Oh, it won't mind at all.
Oh, good.
And I throw my javelin. That's brutal.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that was brutal.
Oh, now that guy's
23
pinned to the wall.
damage with a javelin. Jesus.
What do I do
Yeah,
here?
that's
Roll
that's
one
gonna do some
additional
stuff.
weapon. I wonder if that counts my additional weapon die.
I don't think it did.
No, it doesn't. Holy
No.
shit.
So roll another
That's a
weapon die,
D6.
which I think is
That's
Yeah,
a
it's a
D6. Yeah. Another 2 points. What's that? 26?
25.
25. Oh yeah. Okay, so at least I hit him with that.
Yeah, he tries to grab your hammer, misses, and he's just like, fuck, he starts running, and you whip out the javelin and chuck it, and it pierces right through his abdomen as he kind of falls for it, like staggers. He's like,
Stay right there, friend.
and he is just
Okay.
like trying to limp away from you at this point.
And that's it for me.
All right. Gross, what did you
Good
tell
night.
the Persian to keep doing?
Oh, he would have been. I'm assuming he would just default to the next mimic. But yeah,
Yeah.
I would have told him.
He can, yeah.
That is okay. Fix the rolls. He's just gonna do the regular the axe again.
Okay.
No advantage this time, correct?
No advantage this time.
Oh, I should have left the lights off in there, man.
Loki was the only one really hurting from it.
I know. Shoot, that was a kind of a waste of a spell slot.
All right, 20. Jesus.
I mean, he's gonna hit him twice just because. Oh
Yeah,
wow,
I
10
mean,
for sure.
Yeah, and it's also a hit. Yeah, this thing ain't looking great at this point.
I think he just defaults to that's all he's doing.
All right, it's your go.
Hey Tez, did you find something to play with down there?
Oh, I certainly did.
Would you like help, or have you got him?
Story Master, I definitely think I got him right.
I'm not going to worry about
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. This
Yeah.
guy is he's not looking great.
Okay.
You dealt more than half of his hit points in a single javelin unmagical attack.
Shit. I got him.
Yeah, I'll hit the mimic with a mind sliver then. If I guess I'll move if I have to, if I can't see him, but
No, you can absolutely see him through this thing. So Jesus. Yeah, that's going to be full 8 damage to it. It is still hanging on, but barely at this point.
I think that's all I'm gonna do.
All right, Tyler, it's your go.
All right. All right. I'm going to teleport 60 feet.
Okay.
All right. Hang on one sec. What is he wearing? The Peacekeeper? I don't remember what they wear.
They have double check on that because I know I wrote it. Make sure.
Oh, you're about to cook him.
Oh no. Oh, my poor
If he's
boy.
wearing metal, I'm gonna cook him.
My poor boy. It is studded leather armor.
Okay. So it's not
So
really.
there is
worth
metal in it. I wouldn't necessarily say it's going to do as much as like actual metal armor, but it probably deal half damage at least.
All right. Hmm. Okay,
Don't mind yourself. All right, just realized I had to adjust something.
Oh, you're good. How far is he from? Actually, I don't think that does that use my movement, my hidden pass ability.
Hidden paths does not use your movement. No, it's just a bonus action you get.
All right, cool. I'm gonna thorn whip him and bring him closer.
All right, yeah, go ahead. Is Thorn Whip an attack or is it a roll or a dex roll? I can't remember.
It's an attack. It's a spell attack on my part.
All right, go ahead and make that spell attack, please. 13 is not going to cut it, unfortunately.
Why rolls? Okay. That's my turn.
All right, yeah, you whip the thorns out, trying to latch onto him. He immediately pulls a dagger, slashes them away as he's trying to like limp away from you guys. And that brings us to the mimic. What's this thing still alive?
Still alive.
The little mimic that could. All right,
should name
it is going to. I mean, it's going to try and whack the Peacekeeper because the Peacekeeper. No offense, Loki. The Peacekeeper's more like of a threat at this point. And it's that's it. Yeah, even the mimic can tell like it's about to die. It just tries to make smack at it, realizing it's trapped in here and accepts its fate. Taylor.
Okay, so all I can do is just run and dash, but I can't do any attacks when I get down there.
You can shoot through the spaces like the Purger has enough spaces like around it. You could probably hit the mimic.
Yeah, I know. I was just saying about running after the other guy, but I can't do anything once I get down there. So yeah, I'm just going to shoot at the mimic.
All right, go ahead and make your attack roll. And with the softest of arrow shots, an arrow flies into the room, Loki, as you watch. It pierces into this mimic, and it just sloughs to the ground dead.
And I'll move down there towards the Peacekeeper.
All right. Loki, it's your turn. You have a Purger, and that's it. And some chests, I guess. For the record, because I probably should have stated this earlier, the chests in this room, they're meant as a ruse because I didn't want you guys to see that there was a mimic. That spot and that spot where the mimic spawned, there aren't chests there now. But there's still 5 other chests in here.
I'm going to open them all up.
Well, you can start by opening one of them up. Which one do you want?
The one I'm standing on.
Okay. That is... Where is it? Left chamber. 1.
Dexterity saving throw.
No. You open this up and you find 3 potions that have this like viscous red liquid that you do recognize. This is a potion of healing. The size of it is probably these are 3 potions of greater healing. You find another potion that it's this like red and orange liquid, almost like the color of magma, and it's like hot to the touch through the vial as you touch it. And what looks like a spell scroll tied up very neatly and just stowed in here.
Okay.
And because it's kind of a, it's a loot turn, if you want to take a bonus action to open up another one, I'll let you.
Yes.
Which one?
The one over here in the corner.
This corner or this corner? Okay, the far corner.
Yeah.
All right. You find in there a single arrow.
Awesome.
It's got some cool looking fletching on it, and it looks it looks a little more barbed than usual, but it is a single arrow.
Okay. And that is it.
All right. Dark Mantle is... Both the Dark Mantles are dead, so that's not a thing. I skipped the Peacekeeper turn because I didn't put him in the initiative order. That's my bad. The Peacekeeper is going to look at the 2 of you and just run. He is going to full-on flee. And immediately get shot at. Because Brenda ain't no slouch and was ready to try and defend.
Let's go, Brenda.
She found herself a crossbow.
Hooray, Brenda.
Ooh.
It's a full-on miss, though. But his instincts take over, and he just starts running into the general holding area. And that is his go, because he is in full-on panic mode after you almost killed him. So... Alright. Alright. Finn, it is your turn. Matt, you there?
Yep, shit, I was on mute. Yeah, I'll run after that dude, so 5, 10, 15, 30, 10, 30. There you go. That's as far as I can run.
All right. Pez, it's your go.
And I think I have to see that dude to move my hex, so...
Yes, you do.
Well, I guess since we're still chasing this guy, I'll run that way too. 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Oh, I figured Brenda would have taken care of him. I'm going to dash. 20, 40, 45.
All right.
Actually, you know what? I
Oh.
don't know. He goes that direction.
Nope.
I get maybe
you get to
Brenda
the elevator
knows.
area, and you see Brenda like reloading a crossbow. She's like, he went in there and shut the door behind him, and she points across the way to the general holding area.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Brenda. Looking good, Brenda.
Oh, yeah, just open up general holding dress. Just let the fucking Sav just rip that dickhead apart.
I skid to a stop right there, and I also lose my rage because I didn't attack, but that's okay.
Yep.
I got some more. That's all I can do, though.
All right. That brings us back to Drosten, the Imperial Purger. So that Finn raised a very good point. Do you guys still feel like, are you trying to bust into there, or do you still feel like you need initiative order and are in active combat at the moment? Is, I guess, a better question. Because currently, right now, with that door sealed off behind the guy, there is no active threat for you guys.
I have a feeling if we don't kill him soon, he may get some other friends to help him, so...
I'm not, like, busting through this door after this guy at this point. Like, I'm skidding to a stop and just kind of taking a step back, and then I'm probably going to start walking back towards the crew.
Okay. You see Brenda
it's
just
pretty...
have an eye on it with her crossbow trained. She's like, no worries, love, I got it.
Okay, thanks, Brenda. Good, Brenda.
I'll just turn the corner here and just nod at Finn.
He's locked away back there. Brenda's got an eye on him. He's not going to go anywhere.
All right,
That's
I gotta
good.
step away for just a sec.
Yep.
I'll be right back.
I just meander. Nod at Tyler.
Good looking out, Tyler.
You too, bud.
So yeah.
Let's open more doors.
Oh, that sounds fun. Merry Christmas. Wait, what's that? I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, Loki still has 3 more chests in there with him. There's a whole other room across the way, as well as now the Commandant's office, and multiple cells that you still have to open. So, where are
Loki,
you guys starting?
you've confirmed that these are not mimics, right? 100%? Have we
He hasn't
confirmed
touched
that?
the other 3 yet. He's touched 2 of
Oh,
the chests.
shit. Oh,
There's
he just
3
doesn't
there's-
know.
Loki, get to opening. Open that door. Chop, chop, Loki. We don't have all day.
Wow.
Fine. I'll walk in and pop a chest open.
Which chest are you popping open? That one that you're on?
Is that one
Yeah.
closed?
The only
All
3
right,
that are still
yeah.
closed are the 3 in that top row. So,
All right.
you pop open that one you're standing on, and you
Yeah.
find another potion with that viscous red liquid, a potion of healing.
Okay.
As this is almost like a gallon of the stuff, though.
Oh.
Like
Okay.
you full on find like a massive thing of it. This is a potion of supreme healing.
Oh, hell yeah.
Ooh.
That's a big one.
That's what she said.
Oh, who said what? What did they say, Taylor?
What?
Loki, I see you move to another one. Are you opening that chest?
Are you talking
Kendall, are
to
you opening
Loki?
that?
Looks like he's muted.
Yes.
All right. In that one, you find 2 potions of this like grayish liquid that almost looks like the color of granite. You find 1 potion that just looks like this bubbling green, weird, like sloshy liquid, and what looks like almost like a makeup tin with a weird, like waxy, like or something in there. You wouldn't have a concept, or Loki wouldn't understand what like Vaseline is, but it looks a bit like that kind of texture.
Ooh.
Loki, what are you doing in there?
Loki has some weird stuff. He's playing with it.
Loki found the tub of Vaseline.
Loki,
Is now wanting you guys to leave the room.
what
Come
are
here,
you
Tez.
doing? No, Loki. Not in here. Maybe later. Is there another chest open?
There is
Yes,
one more chest in
behind
here.
you.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna open that last one.
All right. You find a normal-sized potion of healing.
Okay.
And 2 potions that the vials look like they have like roiling fire inside of them.
Okay. I'll walk those 3 out, just holding those.
Look at these
Okay.
3. I don't need them, but they look dangerous. Who wants them?
Migor, you stashed the Supreme as you have a gallon of liquid.
I told nobody about the Supreme. Yeah, it's yeah.
You know, I'm just picturing Tez like trying to stealthily stash a milk jug.
Oh yeah. Next to
Well,
my
I
jug
mean-
of goat's milk.
Tez, what were you doing in there with Loki?
That was goat's milk, and Loki has some weird greasy stuff.
Yeah, I give
I
all
am
the
concerned
potions
after
that I
that
find
sentence.
to Drost.
What's
All right.
what is that, Loki?
So yeah, you get 2. All right.
And then the one arrow I'll give to, our
You, Drosis, you kind of see him like pull this arrow out. You can tell almost immediately that is a magic ass arrow. Like there is a powerful
It's a
enchantment on there.
magic-ass
No
arrow.
identify needed on that yet, but something is up with that arrow. You can very clearly tell he has 3 potions of greater healing, and then what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4 other potions that are you. Identify normally isn't used for potions and things like that because normally it's like alchemist tools and things like that. If you were to take a ritual and do identify, I'd say you can identify every potion here.
Sure.
In one go, like not multiple uses. To clarify.
I mean, yeah, I suppose it would if we're going to take some time and figure out what we've got and take a quick breather, then I would use. I think Finn can identify stuff too, right? So yeah, I would.
With the spyglass, yeah, that is a thing, I believe.
Oh yeah, but I have to tune to that thing, and I'm not attuned to it.
Oh well, in that case, then I will take.
Wait, what are you doing? Didn't that dude just run away from us? Did we kill him while I was gone?
Oh, Brenda's got him.
Oh, he's
He's locking
cornered.
himself in a
Nothing's
room.
fine. Yet, we open the rest of the chests, and we've got some potions. And Loki got some weird greasy stuff.
Okay.
And a spell scroll, but I don't think he's mentioned that part yet.
No, I have not.
What's that?
I also have
he
a spell
hasn't
scroll.
mentioned- Yeah, he hasn't
Oh.
mentioned something yet.
And the scroll. So, things at this point seem to be handled.
Well, why don't we get like control of the facility in the office before we dick around more?
Yeah, is there still a door over there not opened?
Yeah. So there are
There's 2 doors not opened, right?
the office. Yep.
Shh.
All right. Dros goes into the commandant's office, and let me reveal that real quick. So in here, you can very clearly see is a desk. Dros, that desk is like drawing you in like a moth to flame. You know that's like you have to sit at that desk and finish the attunement process to get full control of the facility. There is in the corner. There are 2 more chests. And over in the other corner, you can very clearly see what is a permanently installed teleportation circle with marks on there that you can adjust to use the spell to access other circles that you can use. So
That's handy.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Loki, are you going to open one of those chests? Be careful. Make sure it's not another monster.
what are you doing, Loki? If you're talking, you're muted, Kendall.
I can have if like this purger is like a throwaway thing. I can have it open the chests.
Oh, I forgot about him.
I did forget about that.
Let him
Back
open
up.
these. Let's get back.
All right. The purger comes over and nudges the first chest. Nothing. No reaction.
Yeah, I'll have him.
It.
Yeah, flip the lid open on one, and then try to flip the lid open on the other.
He's able to flip the lid on both. So the first one, the one closest to the desk. There's nothing in the chest except for two stacks of books, 3 each. So 6 books total.
Oh, Roast, do you like to read books?
Oh boy, sounds like I've got my work cut out for me.
Get to reading.
The second one has what looks to be a massive shield with some arcane inscriptions on it. A staff that looks like it's been condensed at the moment, but very clearly radiates magic, and kind of like this like warm, feel-good like energy when you get near it. And what looks like just a sword hilt, no sword.
Oh, these are interesting things.
Does anyone pick up any of those items?
I'll start looking through the books just to like at titles and stuff like that, but my main focus is probably going to be, again, if we're going to spend some time here, I would sit down at the desk and try and attune to this place.
So the titles, you start going through them, just kind of documenting, and you realize they all kind of have a theme. And let me throw them into identified items. You almost immediately you can feel the magical essence in these tomes. These aren't like normal books that you go reading. These are essentially magical enchantment like relays. You read these books over a certain amount of time, and something like you improve yourself by doing that.
Yeah, I'll explain to the group like these are going to be super helpful later.
Yeah.
And
So
I'll just put them in my bag of holding right now. For now,
out of game for anyone who doesn't recognize any of those or what that is. These are special magic books that if you read them over the course of like 48 hours or something like that, by the end of the book you get a stat buff, permanent, and it can go over 20.
Nice.
Each one of the books is for a different one, and if I recall correctly, after it's burnt, you can't like pass it to another person to give them that stat buff.
right? It's a single use, I think, right?
Yeah, I believe it is a single use. So, but each one of those is for a different stat. So, to consider later.
Nasty.
Damn.
The other items. Does anyone pick up the sword, shield, or staff?
I will pick up the sword and shield.
I'll look at the staff.
Okay. Loki, you pick up the shield, and almost immediately you kind of feel like you're not attuned to this, so it doesn't immediately activate. But you feel like it's almost like a massive kite shield that radiates this like magical aura off of it, and you get the sense if you attune to it, you're going to get a much easier time dealing with spells and things like that. As soon as you pick up the sword hilt, a blade made of pure fire emerges from the hilt.
Cool.
Careful with that.
It's a lightsaber.
Hey now, that is not a thing in this world. That is not a thing in this world. It is a sun blade.
Fire saber.
You say fire saber, I hear lightsaber.
Hey, Loki, hold still real quick. If I can pull out a joint, see if I can light it on that sunset.
Ooh, great idea. I also join in.
Yeah, let's get high in the prison.
Yes.
I mean, why not?
If you guys got to dick around, I'm gonna sit out here in the hallway and fucking roast this bone tickle breather.
You do that. You get a short little rest there, sir.
Ben, is that from the earth that you're
Damn right it is.
I'll try just a little.
Oh, Lord.
We got plenty of goat's milk candy.
I'll plop down next to him and chill while he flips those books in there.
Okay, Finn. Let's give this a shot.
All
I'll
right,
chill.
Tyler, you coming?
Yeah, I'm coming.
Picked up the staff.
I will be picking up the staff.
Careful with that.
This is more important.
you pick up the staff, and as soon as you pick it up, like you set your staff of thunderbolts to the side for a second, and as soon as you touch this thing, it starts just like radiating magical like healing energy, and you feel comforted. You didn't take any damage in this fight, but you feel like the staff was built to restore life force like that.
Ooh.
I thought we did take a little bit of damage from the peacekeeper that ran by.
I took like
Oh,
4
that's true,
points.
Everybody took at least a little bit.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, you would have taken at least 4. So
Yeah, what was that? Does that healing spirit, was that something that like persisted? Would we have conga lined that?
you know what? That's right. Finn or Tez would have gotten at least another round of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because then he immediately moved after that turn.
It would have just been a D6, so I can roll that.
I would take it.
Another 2.
2? Cool.
Yeah, you get another 2 back.
Yeah, I'm not looking too great anyway. I've only got 1 rage left, whatever that means to you guys. I'm pretty
And-
beat.
Looking at the math on the healing spirit, for me it lasts, I believe, 3 rounds total.
I believe so, yes. Make sure.
So it's 1 plus my spell casting ability.
Yep, so yeah, that would be 3.
So yeah,
So-
he would have ran off, and so unless anybody else would have ran through it, but everybody else was a little busy at the time, so it probably just disappeared before anybody used it again, and that's fine.
Fair enough. Well, it sounds like some of you are trying to take a short rest. Is everyone else doing that?
Yes.
Yeah, right after I look at this staff, I'm plopping down with Finn and Tez.
Okay. Since it takes an hour for a short rest, is anyone attuning to anything in particular, or casting Identify, or anything like that?
Yeah, I've got nothing that I need to rest for, so I'd be trying to attune at the desk there, and with whatever time I have left over, I'd be trying to identify some of this gear.
All right. I'm going to cover the Identify
Nice.
part first, because the other one's going to be a lot more talking for me. The total haul of things that have been given to you to identify, because a certain item has not been handed over and another item has been stowed away.
Oh, I'm handing the staff over. For sure.
All right, the staff is on the list. Loki, are you handing over the sword and shield for identification?
Yes.
Okay. This is going to be a long list, but that's all right.
I mean, it would. I would have to do it ritually because I don't have Identify prepared, so it would take me 10 minutes per item. So
Some of these are smaller, so I'm going to loop them in on like one thing.
sure.
The bigger items will take a little bit longer, I'm going to say, but that's
Yeah, we're
still,
chilling.
yeah, that is still easily done over, the course of a short rest. And part of the attunement process to the desk and everything, it's not like an active attunement, and you're already mostly attuned to the facility. It's more like a finishing up. So
Sure.
you have enough time in the short rest period to finish that and get some identifies in. And here we go. So, 3 greater healing potions, a potion of fire giant,
Oh, Tez.
Ooh.
an arrow of dragon slaying,
Oh, that's
potions
not
of fire.
encouraging.
a potion of poison, Kedam's ointment, which is a magical item. I need to go look it up again, but it was interesting to say the least. A normal potion of healing, 2 potions of fire breath, a sunblade, a spell guard shield, and a staff of healing.
Damn.
Goodness.
Yeah, it turns out when you guys loot a massive underground facility filled with magical stuff that acts as a prison, you get good stuff for it.
This was the right level to be on.
For the record, Kedam's ointment is a glass jar 3 inches in diameter containing doses of a thick mixture that smells faintly of aloe. It weighs about half a pound. As an action, 1 dose of the ointment can be swallowed or applied to the skin, and it heals 2d8 plus 2 hit points, ceases to be poisoned, and is cured of any disease.
Wow.
It was, I kept rolling a lot of healing stuff when I was doing random loot tables. I'm like, you know what? We're just going to lean into it now.
Staff of Healing's really good. Oh my god, I just looked it up.
Yeah, I have that on one of my characters, and it's the only thing allowing my wizard to be a healer at the moment, but it does the trick.
Hey, it's a really good one for that.
It really is. The Spell Guard Shield. While holding the shield, you have advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects. Spell attacks have disadvantage against you, and it increases your armor class by 2 because it's a shield. But
Yeah. Advantage on saving throws. That's huge.
yep. Anyone who attunes to that is going to be mildly immune to magic, and the bane of my existence. And I'm going to get mad at it that I gave this real quick, but
What is Potion of Fire Giant Strength? I can't find that specifically. Fire Giant Strength.
It makes you
There's Potion of
gives you
Giant
like a strength 24 or something like that.
no, Fire Giant strength is a lot stronger.
Oh wait, it's 25.
25. Yeah, it's
Holy
25.
shit.
It's the third strongest one you can get.
I pull that potion, that big gallon thing I got out, and I just kind of hold it as I'm sitting there. Who wants this? I'll trade it for that potion of fire giant strength. And I'll clunk plop it down. I'd rather carry that than this. You need it more. You guys keep me on your own.
I don't think I need that big a healing potion, but I'll take one of the smaller ones.
Loki, take this big old jug. Come on. You don't need the fire giant strength. They'll take it.
You can have the fire giant strength, man.
Oh, thanks.
Plus, you need the gallon of healing, anyways. Why don't you just go ahead and drink it?
No.
We just took a short rest.
That'd be
Yeah.
overkill. I'm full health right now.
Not necessary at the moment. I threw the Arrow of Slaying in there. It could be for a lot of things, but this one's specifically for a dragon. If you ever find one, you're going to want to shoot it.
If we run into one.
If you run into one, you never know. There's the Sunblade.
I'll take that ointment stuff too, unless somebody else wants it. I could potentially be somewhat competent at healing with it.
And if anyone's curious what Tyler just got her mitts on, there's that.
Nice.
Yeah, that one's a fucking beast.
Yup.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Trying to think what other...
Recharges that shit daily.
Yep. That is the only reason I've been able to heal you guys in Matt's game, by the way.
Oh yeah, that thing's insane.
Yeah. The only other potion that wasn't super common or straightforward is the Potion of Poison, which I just threw in here. Which, yeah, gross. Like, as soon as you start shaking it around, like, it turns from that green, like, weird sloshy liquid, and it, like, almost, like, catches the light differently. It mimics a potion of healing. But you are aware of it.
The potion of poison mimics a potion of healing?
Yep.
Oh, that could be
Yeah, I just threw it in the
diplomatic
chat
way.
there. It looks, smells, and tastes like a potion of healing. However, it's
Oh.
cast by illusion magic. Anyone who
It's
drinks
fucked
it takes poison damage, has to roll to be poisoned, and at the start of their turn, if they are poisoned, they then take the poison damage again.
Holy shit.
Oh, persistent.
Wow.
Oh, that's cool.
It is persistent poison. Yeah. You convince someone to drink this, it's going to go real badly for them, probably.
No shit.
So yeah, that's all the stuff you have in that room, and the other room. But you still have one more room to check out. Oh, but hold on, before we get to that, Drost.
Uh-oh.
You, as you're sitting at the desk, you run through your identifies and everything like that, getting all this stuff figured out, minus one item that I don't think Loki's still, I think he's still hiding, so that's his prerogative. Um,
Oh no, I handed that over.
you did hand that over? Oh,
Yeah.
Drost, you also have a scroll of slow.
Sweet.
Because I don't know if that was in the spell list or not, but it's now there. So you have that access to that. But you finish going over all these items, and you're in the background just like mentally attuning to the rest of this facility. And you finally stop, you take a deep breath, and open your eyes looking at this desk, and you feel your consciousness expand. And you have full access to the facility.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, hello.
As you feel your mind kind of open up, you are able to sense through these crystals everywhere in here,
Holy shit.
the entire rest of the facility.
Okay, so do through this do I won't have any idea who any of these people are, I'm assuming, right? Or
You can kind of sense like through the crystals, like you can look at them if you want. A lot of them are just like busted up, emaciated people. Certain ones look a little more bloodthirsty and violent than others. A couple of these cells, for instance, I mean, obviously they have different tokens. The ones with the commoner
Right.
token there look more like normal people that have been imprisoned in here and just had like a really rough time in prison. The other ones seem to be a little more like rough and tumble, like used to these kind of conditions.
Sure.
Probably like actual prisoners, because from what you understand, this facility, yeah, it's used as like a secret intelligence base and political prisoner place, but it's also like the main prison facility for the Empire. Like actual criminals do get sentenced and sent here all the time, so it's kind of a mix of both. There seems to be more violent, like I don't want to call them violent criminal, but like more criminal element types than the political prisoners, but there's still a decent amount of them.
Sure.
And you can also sense, there's still 5 other peacekeepers left in the facility. At the ends of each of the hallways in general holding are these massive, like, mutated lions that are, like, just pacing around their enclosures, including one of them that is truly just huge. He can't be in another room or cell with another creature. He takes up too much space and is barely able to move. But there's 5 other peacekeepers and purgers all throughout the facility. And you also, now that you're finished linking up to this, can feel like you could unlock the doors to the purger locations. You could power them on and give them like a general command. You can unlock every cell in this place if you wanted to with the snap of your fingers now.
Oh.
Sure. So
Unlock the purgers and send them after the peacekeepers.
right, as I'm like my hair is starting to sort of stand on end and like sort of sizzle a little bit. I'll just tell everybody else like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I can make this place do whatever I want. Yeah, it was whoever chose to go this direction. Definitely good idea.
Oh, there's also one other thing you sense. The room across the way from the one treasure room you've looted, there is a single crystal in there. There are more chests. However,
Okay.
because you are now attuned to this, you're aware of the traps in place in here. 1 second.
Oh, look, more mimics.
You know that there are more mimics and dark mantles in that room.
Yeah.
That are in there. However, because you're attuned to this place, you now also have access to a couple of the functions of this place, including the cleansing ability, where certain rooms can be
Sure.
sealed and cleansed of life.
Oh.
Oh.
An ability that was going to be used on you and didn't ever get to be used on you. So.
Oh shit.
Well, my apologies to our esteemed dungeon master. But yeah, the first thing I'm going to do is cleanse the room over here. I'm just being like, hey, no one open that door for like 5 minutes, and I'm going to cleanse that room.
For the record, I'm going to put the information for what this was into the chat. I'm not even going to bother rolling for that amount of damage.
Oh my
It
god.
Would I get
the dark.
would I get this?
You
Would I
can
get the sense that it only affects like live creatures, or I would second guess.
you get the sense it only affects living like
Okay.
things with life energy in them.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to, destroy any for loot.
Yeah, no. Like physical objects are going to be fine. If anything, this room is going to be cleaner than the other one because monsters didn't get smashed up in there. They are being, for lack of a better term, full on disintegrated.
Mm-hmm.
And after a certain amount of time has passed,
Holy shit! That would have been nasty, y'all.
yeah.
Yeah, that would have been real bad.
Had you guys not talked your way into the room, into the entryway, that was going to be what happened. Like they would have stayed locked in, through the plexiglass door and activated that while you were in the lobby.
Yeah.
That is their main defense mechanism. Like they just don't let anyone in, and then they burn everyone to death.
So would I have the sense? Do I have to stay at this desk in order to have this sort of broad control? Oh boy.
Nope,
Okay.
you do not. However, you do sense that there is a boundary to this. You have full control of this and the upper floor as well. You can also sense that area down to the south, the entryway to level 3. Your control of the facility stops there. And it's like when you reach out mentally and feel what's around there, you can kind of feel the boundaries of this place as you follow your consciousness around in it. When you hit that area with that magical fog that you guys saw earlier, it is a hard boundary like hitting a wall. There's something there that prevents even you from controlling anything in there.
Okay.
But the rest of the facility is absolutely yours, so...
Well, this is fun.
That's
okay.
the word I was going to use.
I say we spring the political prisoners.
Right.
You
Yeah.
go.
I mean, I'll open.
Yeah.
I'll open the gates to the ones with what look in this area that have prisoners in them.
You also have a whole other room of chests to open.
I mean, at this
And-
point,
oh,
we just
shoot,
want to
yeah.
drop this illusion. I mean, you have control of the whole spot, right? Like, we don't need to still look like peacekeepers.
We may as
Yeah.
well. I want
Yeah,
to be
I mean-
lion again.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, it might be less jarring to the people we're freeing
That's true.
if we don't look like cops.
Yeah, it had a pretty outsized effect. So yeah, everyone looks like their normal selves. I'm gonna look through if there are any other drawers in the desk for any notes on the runes. You said the teleportation circle had a couple of dials or whatever that could be changed for different locations.
Yeah, it's very similar to what Avandre has. There are rooms on here that are it's his own circle. This is the pattern for his place, but there's space for markings and things that you can make to teleport to another circle. So,
Gotcha.
it's the template for his place, but it has room for you to lay on whatever template for where you're going.
Sure. I mean, I'll look through if there's any intelligence or anything in drawers or anything like that. Notebooks.
There's one thing real quick on that teleportation circle. Now that you're fully attuned to this place, if you were to step into that circle and direct a spot, you can teleport anywhere in this facility.
Oh.
Or, sorry, not in the full facility, but on this level, I should say.
Right, yeah. And is that just one person that would do that? Or
You
a
can
group?
activate it. No, you can activate it. You can essentially activate it like a teleportation circle, like have everyone walk through it. It's only open for the 6 seconds, but you could absolutely just like the gate spell on your guys' ship, you could just portal them into a different part of the facility.
Cool. Neat. Then yeah, that's. Do we want to take a look at the other chests and such?
I guess we just
reason
scoop it
not
all
to.
up, but we should probably get down to level 3 though fairly soonish, right?
We should get moving.
One thing you do find in the desk is a running list, what looks like, of it doesn't make sense at first because it's a couple of very proper names, and then you find some information down at the bottom where a couple other names were crossed out, and then there's a note saying current list of beasts in level 3.
Ooh.
Okay. I will read on.
1 second. It's in shared notes now.
Oh. Oh, hi. Oh, how strong are we feeling, friends? There's, and I would name these all, implying that I know anything of what I'm talking about.
2 of the names you recognize. Well, obviously you recognize just the term Hydra.
Right.
Finn, you recognize the proper name though, the Bordic Hydra. That's a legend from a couple hundred years back, from Hilltown, from the agricultural region of the Bordic Hills. It was said that a monster used to rampage around there in the early days of the Empire, and it took 3 legions to kill it.
Oh.
That thing's not even supposed to be alive. That thing's fucking nuts.
That doesn't sound good at all.
Nobody knows anything about the Abyssal Dragon of Ki or the South Peak Behir. You recognize the term Behir as you have a functional understanding of what that monster is, as well as the Otyus, the sewer monsters, essentially. Those guys tend to be relatively harmless, unless you deliberately pick a fight with them. They're more like trash collectors than anything. Behir are these weird dragon snake lightning creatures. Highly territorial and very vicious to anyone that fights them. You've done a lot of reading. I'm going to say, give me a history check on for the other 2. Give me 2 different history checks, I should say.
Okay.
You got that
I'm
arrow
going to
dragon
inspire
slayer.
myself.
Yeah, the
Feel like-
Abyssal Dragon of Ki, no one's going to know about that one because that is a very regionalized thing, but the Soul Eater Sandstone Caverns and Court and Creepers, you might be able to know.
Oh.
18 and a 21. The Court and Creepers ring a bell a bit. It was a pair of these undead monsters that, a couple hundred years back, ran rampant through Corda, killing people in the alleyways and stuff. Nobody ever really figured out what happened to them. They just kind of died, or something happened, but no one knows what happened, if they were killed or if they just ran out of town or anything like that. The killings just kind of stopped one day. The Soul Eater Sandstone Caverns, you know a little bit more about that one. There's a legend from the Silk Sand Desert, specifically the Sandstone Caverns region, that if you go deep enough into the caverns, there was a creature that wailed with the souls of 1,000 men, and should you hear them wailing, you were already dead at that point.
Oh.
Lovely.
It was never clear what caused it. There's a old myth about a hero rising up to slay the beast, and eventually his screams ended up joining it, but no clear notes on. Most of these creatures are out of legend. They are hundreds of years old, tied to some myth from regions and things like that. So it's hard to kind of distinguish fact from fiction at this point. But that myth at least. It was some weird creature that seemed to devour the essence of men.
Yeah, sure. I'll share as much as I know with everyone.
Can you get those purgers to go downstairs?
I'm gonna try, but it
So let's
seems
take all those motherfuckers down there with us. We'll just clean house.
right. It seems like
That'd
the
be
limits of my
helpful.
control end at the pit there, but I don't know if we can either, have one or more at least be with us and just have a general, defend us against anything that attacks us, sort of thing. It's worth a shot, right?
Yeah, it's hard to tell at the moment because of that like hard boundary.
Mm-hmm.
For level 3, I mean, worth a shot testing though.
Yeah, I mean, knowing that we've got, I guess my suggestion would be if we're considering going down there and trying our hand against those things, that we take a look at all the other treasure and bring as much firepower with us as possible. But yeah, we
Yeah.
should probably get take care of these peacekeepers, get the prisoners out, and at least get people on their way to safety.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
And yeah, I mean, to that note, while we're talking about it, I would have, yeah, I mean, I'd have all of the Persiers with orders to kill any peacekeeper on site.
Yeah. Finn, you have a very high passive perception, right?
Mm-hmm. Fucking Five Nights
screams.
at Freddy's, these motherfuckers.
You can
Turn the
hear
robots
all,
into
like,
cars.
way
Unless
off
anyone-
distance.
Unless anyone wants the honor of dispatching them themselves, I don't want to take that away from anyone. But
No.
Cool.
Let's get rocking and rolling.
Yeah, Finn, you can hear way off in the distance the sounds of intense pitched combat. The peacekeepers don't stand a freaking chance. After like a minute, what shaking and like concussive blasts and things like that were going on suddenly stop. And Droth, you're able to pretty easily confirm. I don't know how much attention you would have wanted to pay to this massacre.
not a lot. No.
You tune out for a second, and when you kind of tune back in, you find like a couple bloody smears on the ground. They get just wrecked. And a couple minutes after that, you start hearing like some of the shouting of the prisoners as they realize like they're trapped in here and all their guards are dead, and these things are here. But that whole wing is sealed off, so I mean you can deal with that whenever you want to.
I guess.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm not retconning that, but like as I like gave that order for the purgers, I'm like, there are definitely people in here that deserve to be in here, and now who's gonna run this prison? Are we gonna like let them all loose? Are we gonna like let them all die? Like lots of moral questions are running through my head. Like, how are we gonna handle this?
I mean, you have like better records than we got in the book upstairs on what the people in like Gen Pop are in for.
Yeah, with the Commandant's log, you have a pretty good record. Most of the guys who are more like criminal oriented, it's usually like violent crime, rape, murder, arson, assault, things like that. A couple for treason. All of the like more civilian-minded people that look more like political prisoners, they're all in here for treason and sedition and like crimes like that. A couple are in here for like financial crimes, like fraud and things like that, but for the most part, it's kind of like they're all stored in the same area, but each like cell is violent crime or non-violent crime, essentially.
Or we just like round up all like the real bad dudes and like make them go down to level 3.
Oh, gee.
It's a good idea.
So try and soften up the monsters a little
Like,
bit.
oh, what are you in for? Oh, rape. Cool. See that doorway down there? Go down there.
You're being reassigned.
The other direction is a purger who will definitely kill you, or down there is where you can go. And then we just let all the other, like, the political prisoners loose.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
That's what we do.
Is that what you're doing?
Um,
I mean,
Yes.
you've got like the details, like, so we're not going to send like shitty dudes down there. Like, we'll give them a chance. Maybe they'll have good luck against.
Sure.
We
know what?
Bordig Hydra.
We know everything about this place. We're good. We're making
right.
good
Yeah.
decisions.
The Dragon of Key for sure.
Yeah, send them unarmed to fight the dragon.
I don't
Yeah,
see
that's
what they
great.
got unarmed. They can have the fucking swords and shit from all the dead peacekeepers.
Right. So yeah, if we're
Not a monster.
if we're going through if we're going through prisoners, I mean, I'm opening up the three here right away.
Oh,
Or
yeah, how's
four? Is it
all-
4?
There's 4. For the record,
Yeah.
you do hear, like, as you guys are, debating
Probably
this,
like one at a time.
this cell right here, you hear a soft, rhythmic, like, thumping against the cell door.
Tez or Loki, can one of you get ready to like restrain this guy so he doesn't hurt someone or himself?
Sure, no sweat.
And then I'd open it up, and then I don't think I'm familiar with the other names in this area, so I'll be like, so and so is here, so and so is there. Do anybody know these guys? And then like systematically be like,
You have the
open them up.
names. Going through the names, none of those names sound familiar to any of you. Syndra and Sands. Dros, you would recognize Sands is in the same way that Luke Lux had a last name that's typically given to bastards. Syndra and Sands is the same way. Sands is a last name given to bastards from the like desert regions, more arid climates. So, and oddly enough, so is Mona Rivers. Rivers is the last name from the Riverlands for unclaimed children. The names themselves don't like jump out at you, though, however.
Yeah,
Right,
one at
so-
a time. We'd just go, this guy first, and
Okay.
if we can help him, great.
You open up the cell door for Reuter and Fields. As soon as the door opens, he kind of like takes a step back because he wasn't expecting that. He looks and goes, "No, stay back, stay." He like almost immediately falls to the ground, like clutching at his head, as if there's something like physically hurting him.
Oh, what's wrong with him?
Stop! I want to remember.
Oh.
Stupid Garuk. I'm supposed to kill him.
He's going to make a quick wisdom saving throw because he's not doing great mentally. Dros, you're the only person who like kind of understands the notes of what happened here with this guy. A couple of days ago, you had a very intense mental interrogation of a prisoner, and you hit a point where you recognized like you could get what you wanted out of him, and it would cause him physical harm and probably like brain dead him. This is something like very similar to that. Ruderin came out alive and not brain dead, but not in much better condition because they were essentially trying to piece together something he'd already burned clean. So yeah, he goes into full like catatonic shock and just passes out.
Well,
Oh, he's in a coma.
Okay.
Is that familiar to you guys?
Yeah, we met him.
I'm just gonna stroll the other way and be like, okay, I don't, bad things happen. Bad things tend to happen to people you guys met. So like, okay, you could do whatever you're planning on doing. I don't know.
Fucking
I
funny.
don't see this.
Oh, I'll follow Drost.
Did loot does have a
Silly
chest up there,
Drost.
right?
What's that?
So we did loot those other chests up there, right?
Did you guys?
I
thought
thought
Yeah, I
we
said
were.
we'd grab it all. Like,
Oh,
we need like inventory to identify it, but we'll grab it all.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I got plenty of room in the bag of
Because that was
holding.
Dro's idea, because we want to tool up in case we were going to go fight a dragon.
I will
Right.
throw the stuff that is immediately obvious of what it is in the chat for you guys. The other stuff, yes, you will have to identify.
Sure. Yeah, I suppose if anything is like particularly sticks out to me, like, oh, this would be useful as fuck, I'd be like, okay, well, let's take a minute to identify this after we get some of the people in better shape.
Okay. You recognize 3 things right out of the gate: a potion of healing, 2 greater healings, and an elixir of health. Which I think the elixir of health, I remember what that is, but I want to make sure. The elixir of health is basically like a health potion, but for status conditions. It cures any disease afflicting you, removes blind, deaf, and paralyzed and poison conditions. Single use. There's a bunch of other miscellaneous items. A weird, like, little toy whip, a rod, like almost like a wand, a ring, a weird-looking blue hat, what looks like a set of plate armor with some weird etchings, like waves on it, a set of very, very lightweight half-plate armor, 2 potions of this weird other green liquid, a potion in a very like pink ostentatious bottle, a cloak that looks like it kind of has like a tail off the end of it. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. A potion of just yellow liquid, a javelin that looks like it's a bit sharper than most javelins, and what looks like just a rod. Oh, there's also another. You also find another gallon of green healing, and a potion that, as you kind of look at the liquid in it, the liquid like goes from like full size filling the vial to like shrinking down to half to filling it again. Like the liquid itself is contracting and expanding.
Guys, you want to get big?
Oh, I love getting big.
Or small, I guess.
Oh, I don't want to do that.
No, I'd probably just throw this stuff in my bag of holding, and once we get the prisoners all sorted, then for sure before we go down there, I would suggest we take the time to look through that stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I'll note all of it is in the bag of holding. And all of this stuff is already looted. There we go. Okay, yep, all of that is noted in places for you. Okay, so next on the prisoner list, you know, and can sense now because you're fully attuned to this place. There is a gnomish gentleman in this one down here, Bartle's beeswax, and a nearly dead druid in another one.
Oh,
Hey, Tyler,
yep.
wanna check this one out?
Doing it.
I'll open it up for her.
Okay. You open it up and you see a woman, like human woman, looks a bit like Tyler in the sense of like that woodsy feel, you know, a lot of like green and woodland colors on her outfit. Severely beaten, like both eyes blackened, jaw like looks almost like it's dislocated at this point. Dried blood coming from her nose, like on just kind of smeared on her face in places. Missing a couple of fingernails, and just in rough shape. As she kind of looks up. Huh. Think I'm finally hallucinating. All right.
You're not. Just hold on one second. I'm gonna bend down and heal her.
You zap her with some healing, and instantly she kind of starts like, you know, jaw moves back into position. One of her shoulders relocates into its socket. She kind of sits up. Oh, that felt better. Okay. Oh, I can think. And she looks at you, goes, and then switches to druidic. You're a
Ooh.
long way from home.
We are. We came to break you out of here.
What are you saying?
I'm guessing you're not a fan of the Empire if you're here?
Not at all.
Well, and she stands up, stretches a little bit, like works some kinks out. She's feeling a little better. I'm Archdruid Mona Rivers of the formerly of the Circle of Tides in the Riverlands. Wish we were meeting under better circumstances, and she holds her hand out.
I shake it. Ever heard of the voiceless Archdruid?
Can't say I have. I've been spending the last century running from Imperials in the Riverlands and trying to stop them from polluting, all the waters down there.
Well, hopefully, once we get back, you'll join the fold, because we're hoping to, wipe them.
I'm guessing you guys are rebels of some kind?
Very much so.
All right, I'm in. I'm not in good shape right now, but the tortures that they do or did kind of drain me of magic for the moment, but I can still wild shape if I need to. Although I'm not feeling super great about a fight right now, but I'll help if I can.
No. We're gonna send you back without having to put you in a fight.
I appreciate that.
Hey, is any of this shit yours? And I'd show her all the stuff we grabbed from the chest.
She switches back to common now. The cloak looks familiar. I don't think it's mine though. They burned a lot of my stuff because it was more nature based, and I think they were just doing it to get a rise out of me.
That sounds right.
What's the day right now? What date is it? Time kind of passes weird in here.
It's the first day of...
It's today.
It's the first day of sun, the first day of summer.
Yeah.
She's kind of
Happy
thinking,
sun solstice.
I think I've been in here for a couple of years then. Because it was definitely
a long time.
I've been in here at least a while. Because I think it was fall when I got arrested. It's still... Wait, is it $4.97 right now? You guys know it's $4.99, or $5.99. Sorry, the year.
It's $5.99.
Yeah, $5.99.
It's a 102 years past that.
Yeah, that's a while.
She kind of thinks.
You're all messed up.
Yeah, a little bit. Didn't seem like it that long. I must have phased out for a bit. Yeah, I'll go meet with the You said there were others that are kind of waiting.
Yeah, we can take you over there.
Yeah, I'm fine now. I can walk and I can do it. Be careful about that guy, and she points down the hallway, towards this way. Every time they've taken him in and out of his cell, he's always chatting with them, very friendly. I mean, he's still a prisoner here, but I think he's been trying to, angle his way out of here for a while.
It's good to know.
And she starts just kind of going, and she'll go rejoin that group. And now it's not just Brenda for protection. You have a druid that can wild shape down there. Specifically an arch druid, moon druid. So
I'll be like, okay, this one's next. I think it's got the gnome in it.
Yep. You open up this cell, and you can see this little gnomish male, because he's small enough, he's able to fully lay down in the cell. You can instantly tell he doesn't look good. His skin is pallid gray, borderline purple. The breathing is very, very shallow, barely getting any oxygen into him at this point. There's a like pool of dried vomit on the floor in front of him. And, like clearly he's been laying here like on his side, thankfully not aspirating, but like something's going on with him very badly.
Ooh.
I'm gonna give him a potion of greater healing.
He like weakly tries to push away. He's like, won't help. They've been testing. Whoever would like to, please give me a medicine check.
Okay.
I would. Never mind.
25. You can spot it almost immediately, Tyler. He has up and down his arms because he's wearing a short sleeve, like almost like a blouse. Up and down his arms on both arms, multiple points of injection that have like bruised and like puffed out and over. Whatever they've been doing here, they've been like pumping him full of chemicals. You recognize the signs of poisoning, and like you've treated poisoning before. It's a serious condition, but it's never like super fatal. It's just mostly uncomfortable. This is like well beyond any kind of like acceptable level of toxicity in a blood. This dude, if he was to try and ingest anything at this point, it would not reach him, and he is on death's door. Without knowing the exact combination of counter agents or the poisons in his blood, he's gonna die.
What's
know
that
any
salve
way.
stuff? Would that should we try use of that?
What
we just
stuff?
found? The ointment, the poison disease that it cures.
That might be.
Is it worth
That
a
might
try?
work. Is it worth a shot? Would I know if it's worth a shot?
You know, there's a chance. Magical items like that, and like magic healing in general, it's kind of more of a like, blanket cure-all, less than a like specific thing. There is a chance it would heal him. There's a risk to it not working though, and potentially making things worse. So it's almost like it'd be up to a die roll of some kind.
Go figure.
What?
Who would like it?
I mean, I'm looking at the clearly the field medic here. Be like, do you have any better idea?
I mean, he needs a healer stat. That isn't me. I don't have my restoration spell prepared today.
If it's the best shot you think we have, then
It is the best shot I think we have at this very moment. I don't know how long he has left.
The only thing I've got is Revivify, so that's not going to do much right now.
You can kind of see as he's like listening, barely like conscious, reaches into like his shirt, pulls out like very weakly like a piece of paper, and like hands it out to you guys.
Would we have seen any like is it worth really quick to like look through any place that looks like it would have been where they would have been injecting him, or look through any records in the what's his face's office?
Give me a
Find
quick
any of that?
investigation check. We didn't roll anything for it earlier, so I'm gonna say give me an investigation check, and we'll backtrack a little bit whether or not you found something in there.
Ooh.
Jesus Christ!
Oh my god.
I just look at Tyler. I just shrug. I'm like,
the records that you found, you've going through everything that the commandant had in his office, and his logs specifically. This is a man who kept very detailed records of everything. down to like what these people were eating on a daily basis, which was nothing of substance. Specific fights that happened at certain points. Incidents involving special holdings prisoners, stuff like that. When it gets to the section, there is in fact a section in his notes at his desk about this man, Bartles Bewax. The notes are almost sparse, and it seems very deliberate in that. There's a note mentioning that Bartles was an unlicensed mage and non-human, so he was just kind of given to the prison as a, like, do what you want with him. So they started just pumping him full of everything they could find, just to see what would happen. At this point, like, you can see that there's significant gaps in between when poisons were noted that he was given, specific ones, usually in short time frames, like a day or two in between. And then there's sometimes gaps of like a month and a half. And as you're kind of reading, parsing through it with that natural 20, the vibe you're getting from it is that it was very deliberate. They did not give a shit about this person. It was just kind of like an amusement thing of, let's see if this kills him this day. And a final note mentioning that it's probably only because Bartles was a mage that he even lived this long. They were planning on, in fact, later today, injecting him again with something that would probably finally put him out of his misery.
I'd tell everything that I found to Tyler. Like, I don't know what we can do.
I'm gonna take the note that he's handing out to us.
He reaches out, and you take the note, and as soon as you have hold of it, he goes, "Thank you," and collapses.
I'm gonna read it.
Is he dead?
Yeah.
I'm gonna check.
Yeah, I think he's dead.
Well, the Vivify would work now.
It would. Maybe.
Technically.
Maybe not.
I mean, might want to let the poison.
He's not willing. He's like, no,
Seems
fuck
like
that
a
shit.
waste.
I was gonna say,
Let's
Yeah.
read the note first.
toxic was he?
Yeah, I'm reading the note.
The note reads, "Last will and testament of Bartles Bewax. Whoever holds this note is my legal inheritor, and it has an address listed in Hilltown."
Oh shit. I'm just like, we have inheritance.
Okay. Put Hilltown on the list of, the many places we need to be.
We could open a headquarters in Hilltown.
Right?
Was there first.
I don't. Actually, I was just about to say, Dros doesn't really know. I would do whatever I can to, like, give him a proper, like, I don't know, like make him comfortable, or trying to put him in a cot or something like that. I don't know.
I mean, there's nothing
I'll
like
try
that.
and craft some flowers.
You can lean him up against the wall if you want to make it, like, give him a little bit of dignity, but there isn't a like comfy
Not a
or
whole lot of that to be
dignified
found.
spot. Yeah, this isn't exactly a place for honorable burials.
Can we take him down to the furnace room where they were torturing that dude and fucking just cremate him?
I was gonna make a comment about technically there's a crematorium, but
I mean,
if he's like super poisonous, like maybe that's the best thing to do.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even want to touch him right now. Like, that dude looks
Yeah.
sickly.
And I don't think it's contagious. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would have no idea. Yeah, I suppose on that thought,
Don't touch him.
As Finn suggests that I don't touch him, I would probably back away and, like, okay, we'll let him maybe at least radioactivity calm a little bit.
You could have one of the purgers take him to the crematorium.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Good looking out. Have one of the purgers take him and toss him in the cooker.
yeah. For the record, now that you have full control of the facility, you can give the purgers complex commands from any point. So literally, like, telling him, like, take this body to the crematorium and, like, cremate him perfectly acceptable.
Aldrin crafts some flowers in his hand. There you go, buddy.
Flowers.
I mean, what? Yeah.
Okay. He's good now.
Yeah, he's better than he was 5 minutes ago.
Yep.
So Sands is the one they said was like cooperating, though, right?
Yeah, Syndrin
Yeah, this
Sands.
guy.
Mona implied that he wasn't necessarily like being super mistreated, or if he was being mistreated, like he was at least being amicable towards his captors.
Whoever wants to get ready, I open them up. Chat.
Door opens up. You see a middle-aged gentleman, human, hair mostly going silver at this point. Very, very tanned skin, like beaten and weathered. Like this man has been outdoors in a very arid environment for a lot of his life. Well shaven. Kind of looks. I mean, all of his, all the clothing you've been seeing around here for these prisoners is fairly like beat up, dusted up, torn. His is not that different in that essence, but it does seem a little better kept. Like he hasn't necessarily been getting a whole lot of beatings. Just mostly like dirty at this point. As he kind of like takes a step back when the door opens. Well, you're not my normal captors.
Nope. I heard you're pretty cozy with him, though.
I mean, a man's put in prison for a crime he didn't commit. Wouldn't you try to get out of it in any way possible?
Yeah.
Not that I necessarily cooperated with them. I mean, tried to make friends and offer things, but apparently anything I have is of no use to them, so.
Well, how do you feel about getting out of here?
I would very much like to do that, but I'd be curious as to a price of what it would cost me.
How much do you dislike the Empire?
As a whole, or specific parts of it?
I mean, is there a difference between the two?
I'm pretty partial to my province, but the Empire as a whole, meh.
No, yeah, I mean like the collective Empire, not like the places.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the current leadership. I'd much rather my home be 3, but
Who are you?
How long you been in here?
You give him. I'm going to assume you give him the day, because
Yeah.
Anytime you guys ask something like that, they're going to ask what's the day, and he kind of thinks about it. Maybe a month or so.
No, it's not very long. Hey, how much you know about what's the Torch's real name?
Khalid Alfwerson. You would have that information.
Yeah, Khalid Alfwerson. You know that dude?
Oh, the Torch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, he's from the city of Oasis.
It's like you guys buddies.
Not exactly. In fact, I might be here because I was caught spying on him.
Oh, do tell.
Good job.
How about
So
this?
there were people hypothetically planning on like maybe taking him off the board. Like that'd be an alright thing for you.
I would definitely not be minding of that. I will tell you everything I know. In exchange, you get me out first.
Well, yeah, I mean we're gonna get you out anyway, but it's just a matter of when you get out what you want to do.
We'll
You ever heard
reverse
of the
that.
Voiceless?
How about we reverse the order?
Give me a persuasion check. Whoever specifically is pushing for the reversal of that, because you get the sense this guy wants out first. Like he'll give I mean, you haven't done an insight check, you don't know anything. He's definitely more minded of like wanting to get out of here more than anything. So
Yeah, I mean, I
this
guess.
dude seem like he's on the up and up.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get a general check of him.
yeah, anyone who wants to give me an insight check.
Oh, I can't tell.
Yeah, hard
I
to
mean,
read. He seems amiable.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, Tyler. Okay, Tyler, Tyler, you almost immediately, like, there's something on your radar of, like, there's something up with this guy, and you clock it immediately. This guy is self-serving to a fault. He will do anything to save his own skin, and there's only two kinds of people that typically have that strong of a mindset when it comes to that. Criminals and spies. And he's already technically admitted to spying, so you get the sense this dude would sell out his own mother if it meant getting out of this prison at this point, but he recognizes that he has something that you guys want.
He'd sell us out.
I wouldn't sell you out, not unless the Imperials suddenly show up with a much bigger army than you.
Oh, well then you
Just
get
literally
him by my hammer too.
Whoa, hold on. I think we're getting off on the wrong foot here. My name is Sindrin. I would very much like to be out of here, and if you want information, I'm willing to give that to you after I get out.
Yeah, I mean, we know he's crooked. We're not looking for, like, summer camp besties. We just want to get out of here.
And for the record, I think you asked me what I'm going to do when I get out. Probably try, like, after giving you the information I promise, I would then like to go home. Back to Oasis.
How you feel about, like, fomenting some unrest while you're back in Oasis? I don't know, we might have a job for you. I don't know if you're available.
I mean, for the right price, I might be available. As far as fomenting, I'm partial to the governor of the province down there, but if we're talking about...
Oh, well, how'd you like to tell the governor to,
whole,
like, declare an independence? Like, Yord's already free. We're working on getting Elvenon and Oakland.
Let me be clear. I'm not super well influencing, but I can probably start something down there. At least, get the grassroots going.
Yeah, tell us all you know about the torch, and then we'll explore future endeavors afterwards.
Yeah, we can get you to Oasis.
Yeah, give me a persuasion check, because he definitely does. He's trying to hold on to that information until after he's out of this prison.
I always have to tell shit right now. I mean,
if you're not pushing for right now, like he promises, like, as soon as we're out of here, I'll tell you everything I know about them.
He doesn't look dangerous. He can tag along.
Yeah. But dude, just a heads up, like, being 100% clear, all in the out. If you fuck around, that big lion dude will tear your fucking heart out and eat it.
I do it all the time, and I'll drink it with goat's milk.
Yep.
Tez kind of looks at you for a second. You have a much different accent. You're not from the tribes of the South, are you?
No, I'm not.
Oh.
He'll dip
It's the
that
first time
heart
I've
like
seen
a
a
lion.
Leon outside of the tribes.
I think that you should mind your own business for right now.
Ooh, tell him.
Fair enough. I will keep that to myself. You have a deal, sir.
Sweet.
Let's go.
All right.
Oh, hello, Loki.
He goes... I'm assuming you guys had the Purger go cremate Bartles, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. As you guys head to the elevator with Sindrin here, you can see at the far end of at the end of the interrogation room where the crematorium is, purple smoke kind of like lingering around the crematorium by the Purger down there.
Oh.
Yeah, probably a good idea that we had that thing taken.
Yeah.
Highly toxic.
Ooh.
Yeah.
For the record, had anyone tried to revivify him, it would not have worked. He was already technically preserved.
Mm.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
I keep trying to illustrate to you guys,
Alive.
the Empire really doesn't like non-humans and like people that fuck around with it. They don't give a shit. Quick follow-up. What did you guys do anything with Ruderin the Mage?
No, I just left him up there in a cell with the door open.
Yeah, we didn't specify.
I'm not carrying that dude around.
Yeah, I mean, is he going to be? Do we think he's going to be dangerous to the rest of the group? I mean, we could keep him in his cell closed until we're all ready to leave, and then if we're going to bring him with then.
Yeah, I don't feel like he's gonna be a problem for anybody else. He might be a problem for us, though.
Just as a reminder, you could have just have a purger like keep him,
Oh, true. We can just carry him around.
Yeah.
Oh,
lug him around like a sack of potatoes, and restrain him if they need to.
Yeah, there we go.
The purgers are like super strong. If he needs to physically restrain a person, like they can.
Yeah, I guess I would have a
Alright.
couple of purgers with the the group of whatever under the with the instructions of like anyone that causes problems, knock them out or restrain them or whatever, and then one with Rudrin ready to evacuate when we're ready, I guess.
Yeah, easily done. One of the purgers just keeps Ruderin like in his arms, safe, but also like if Ruderin wakes up, he's not going to be able to do anything. So just a full-on kangaroo, that guy.
All right, what
Well,
are we
should
doing
we-
with the other prisoners here?
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you want to go get all like the good ones out and take them to the teleportation circle and send them all back to like civilization?
Yeah, I mean, do we like? Yeah,
I guess we probably should teleport them into like the rebel base.
right. Yeah, I mean, we would
I-
have to do it kind of all in one go with all
Actually,
of
I
us.
really don't want Syndrin to be in our base.
Yeah.
If he
no,
knows
that
our
just sounds
location,
bad.
it's gonna be a problem.
Dros, you're aware that teleportation circle in the office that can be reactivated multiple times without burning a spell slot.
Oh, fuck! That is
Yeah,
huge.
it is a physical, permanent circle. It literally is just you drawing a couple lines of chalk and like activating the circle that already exists to teleport him to
Okay.
another place. Like you can reuse it as many times as you want.
That is amazing. That basically like frees up another super high level spell slot for me. So, then yeah, I guess do we just send a group through like the group that we have here through or wait till we have them all? It sounds like chaos to just even the people in that don't seem like they're like the hardened criminals to just like dump people into Avandre's office.
Yeah. Well, do you want to like pop through to his office and be like, "Hey, find us a spot to put all these people"?
I mean, I'd have to get him to send me back then.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
It's a one-way sort of deal. It's usually not.
Dros, you would have noticed this. That block of divination magic and things like that prevented scrying, sending messages, things like that.
Oh,
You're attuned to this place. That block for you specifically is no longer there.
sure. All right, so just a quick question on our intent. So, say we sort all the prisoners out, and say we figure something out for all the hardened Gen Pop people, and we figure out something where we can send these people that need to be whatever rehabilitated and like taken care of and whatever. Are we going to the third level?
I think we got it right. Like
We
the
have
wolf is down
we
there.
have to get Ingrid at least.
I'm sure these
Say
things
what?
like Ingrid, the wolf. Like she's
We
down
can't
there. We
leave
gotta
her.
go get her out.
Yep.
Yeah, we
There's
get
no
her.
other
I
choice.
would really like to know who the other people are.
Yeah,
But if we don't get to
super
them,
curious.
then we don't get to them.
Sure. Okay.
I mean, we don't have to like go down there and kill all these monsters. Like, we just
No.
go find them and get the fuck out.
Right? Yeah.
we gotta be real quiet about it.
Yeah, I'm not reluctant. I'm just like from a general plan. Yeah, are we assuming we're on a time crunch with that? I mean,
they're
like,
down there with a bunch of like legendary monsters. I mean, I think they could probably be eaten at any moment, or maybe they got eaten a week ago.
Yeah, good point.
So
let's sort out the prisoners, and I'm already a little lower than I am comfortable with on magic. Like,
you are aware, because of the commandant's log, the list of prisoners on level 3, anyone who's not crossed out in red ink is still alive.
okay.
Oh, so he somehow knows if they've been taken care of by the monsters.
Correct. Yeah. The log seems to have some kind of way of tracking them. Everyone
So
that
there's
isn't
like
on
4 people still alive.
yes. Yeah, specifically 4 people. 2 of which you have the names of, but only 1 of which you know.
All right. So first of all, I don't have the sending spell prepared. We could if we wanted to. Oh shoot! No, I have Avandre's the talk rock. Yeah, I'll pull him up and be like, hey, we've got some political prisoners. Can we send them to you? Like a lot of them? Where can we send them? Do you have an ideas?
The Rocky Talkie, because I can't think of what I actually named it, and I feel like that name works too.
The cell stone.
The cell stone. I love it.
Yep, the cell stone. There it was. The cell stone comes back, and you hear Avandre's voice. How many are we talking exactly? Because if it's more than 10, I'd rather not. If we're needing a more open and controlled space for a large intake of people, I can set a circle up and send you the coordinates. Would that work?
Yeah, why don't you do that?
Give me 5 minutes. And the cell stone goes dark.
All right, Avandre's getting something prepared to be able to handle probably all these people.
Nice.
So
Let me get your fucking murder bots to sort the prisoners out.
yeah, I mean, I'll just open one cell or one group at a time, and have them make their way over to the office, so we can do it as orderly as possible, but also quickly.
So you've got all the records. So you can sort them into 3 categories. Like political prisoners we just let go, like the questionable ones, and the ones that are definitely going to level 3.
Right, yeah. I mean, I'm assuming all of the ones in the hardened criminal ones being the ones that...
Well, some of those criminals, if they just
I mean, this is my moral... right, this is my moral decision dilemma of who do we let go? Who do we not? What?
Like, as you get all the records, just we'll go case by case. Like, oh, you raped a bunch of people? Level 3. Like, oh, you killed a bunch of kids. Sweet. Level 3 for you. Like, oh, you just stole a bunch of shit? Cool, you can go.
Sure. I mean, I will hand the book over to Judge Finn and be like, okay.
I'm probably arguably the shadiest person here, so I think I'm probably the best person to gauge where the moral gray area is.
I was just gonna say that's a level of moral that I don't think Drost would be jumping into.
Yeah.
But yeah, and
like, oh, you're in here for selling weed? Free. Go.
The purgers would be on both standby mode, while the political, low-level people are getting funneled to the teleportation circle, but like on full-on, like one behind each prisoner in a line as we go through the hardened ones.
Yeah. Yeah, so like Corey, whatever you're like percentage wise. Like I mean you can go case by case and I can pick like one at a time, or you can just be like 50% of these guys are complete pieces of shit and they're going to level 3.
Well, here's the deal with that. So going through the logs, just to give you a quick like breakdown. Of the like 15 non-violent prisoners, 10 of them are political prisoners. 5 are guilty of or were guilty of non-violent crimes, fraud, tax evasion, stuff like that, like blue collar crimes. No, was it white collar crimes?
White collar crime.
Yeah. So 5 of them are actual criminals and things like that. Just craftier. So the violent criminals. Give me. I need 2 rolls from you, Finn, since you're acting as judge here. First is an intimidation roll, and the second's going to be a D100.
Are these guys prone to be scared of me?
Prone to be scared of you? Potentially. I mean,
with the
you
captain's
guys are
hat.
in control of the murder bots.
Because don't I get like
created a bunch of
pluses?
Peacekeepers.
I think I get pluses on intimidation for wearing the captain's hat.
I
I
think
gotta
you
find
do.
it. Hold on. I'm finding it. There it is.
Advantage on intimidation
Persuasion.
checks against any considered hostile towards them.
Yeah.
Yeah, the purgers are very hostile.
Yeah, they
Whoa.
look dangerous. So yeah, you have advantage on this check.
Alright.
As you have an army of murder bots enforcing your draconian law will here.
And you said
A
intimidation?
D100 as well. Yeah. So intimidation at advantage, and then a D100. Oh my god.
Well,
Woo! Ha
Jesus fucking Christ.
What the fuck?
The only way that, it had to have been 100. I don't know what was wrong with your rolls there.
So here was what was going to happen. Depending on how you rolled, it was going to be a DC 20 intimidation check. Because they've heard the rumors about what's down in level 3. So they don't necessarily want to go do that. Had you failed that roll, half of whatever you rolled on the D100, like that's the percentage of people that would be willing to go down there. The rest of them would just be like, just kill me. Just freaking kill me. Had you succeeded on the roll, it would be the full amount that you rolled. 70, so it would have been 77%. Double crits, I'm going to say screw it, all of them do. They are...
like, these are all like straight up monsters though? Like none of these dudes are redeeming at all?
You start going through the list, it's like multiple accounts of stuff. Like these guys are like... These are the type of people that would have made your family uncomfortable hiring like for long engagement.
Yep.
Yeah, like none of these guys aren't like petty criminals or anything like that. That stuff tends to get taken care of at like local levels. These are the ones that like, we don't want these guys ever getting out while still living in like town. Can we send them somewhere else? So,
okay. All right, fellas, you got 2 choices. The purgers come in, just murder you all. Or we can all go down to level 3 and just roll the dice and see what happens.
I should actually say that the purgers should rape the rapists.
that's rough.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's what
Quite
they
the
deserve.
quite the crime.
He's a
It's what
swindler.
they fucking deserve.
I would pass the skeleton key towards Taylor. Here you go, if that gets you off. Oh, just kidding.
Yeah,
I didn't say I was going to do it. I said the purgers.
I don't know.
every single one of them is absolutely terrified of you. They are literally under the frightened condition. And they all just, like, resign themselves of, like, this is... I mean, we're gonna die. We might as well do it from the thing that isn't as terrifying at the moment. I don't know how you guys... we're gonna... With, I think, how many did I put in here? Like, 30 of these guys. we can brush past it pretty quickly, but you guys very easily can set up a like station of arms right by the like entrance to level 3, and then just send them down the rope if you want.
Yep.
Okay. Let me see here. How many do I actually have? Okay. Oh, I was right. There are 30 exactly. Someone give me 2 d20 rolls.
I can do one.
I'll say, who's rolled a lot of dice tonight?
I'll do the other. Yes, totally average for everything I've been rolling tonight.
Whoop whoop.
Okay. Let me see here. Sorry, this is the very boring part of getting this. Do. Over the next, like, 30 minutes, you guys arm these prisoners, send them down the rope into level 3, and then listen as something down there roars. There's some fighting sporadically, and eventually every single one of them goes quiet.
Okay. Well. Answer that question.
You guys literally just fed them to a meat grinder. And if you need confirmation, in the Commandant's log, the list, as you guys actually send them down into level 3, their name gets moved from the general holding list to level 3, and then shortly after that gets crossed out in red ink on its own.
Okay.
That's fucking okay.
I mean, we couldn't let them go. Like, the alternative would be having the murder
Oh,
police
yeah,
just
I wasn't-
murder them.
For real.
Yeah, we're not like spiriting them out of here for. I'm assuming there's not a supermax prison in Krolaria.
I think this is it.
Right.
We're closing this bitch.
Do we have a plan for the lions? The whatever the
Yeah.
lions, and I kind of cringe as I look at Tez.
Yeah, like those aren't your.
Oh,
Yeah, no, you guys look at these things. They are like full-on mutated lions, discolored in spots. You can actually see as well other injection points on these guys that are kind of like puffed up and bruised. They are fully mutated.
Can you do that
like,
little like
chemicals.
purge room thingy?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, unless anyone has objections, we can just put these things out of their misery.
Unless you guys can think of a good way to get these things downstairs, I say we just melt them.
Yeah,
Agreed.
let's just put them out.
Easily done. They over the course of 5 minutes. It's almost soundless. These things don't make a noise. They don't scream in terror or pain or anything like that. They don't roar or whine. They just,
It's even more sad.
yeah. I mean, obviously everything that you guys have encountered with the Empire is typically horrific. It's moments like this that kind of cement it a little more. Like, whatever.
They really take it to
These aren't
another
even
level.
doing anything. Like, these clearly were just here. Like, they were meant as an intimidation tactic of some kind, locked up in here, and then experimented.
Yeah.
At some point during the meat grinder phase, your spellstone rings a bit, Drost, and you have a new arcane pattern for a teleportation circle that you can easily enter onto the circle in the office.
I would do that, and I would say we
All right,
can.
everybody, conga line to freedom.
Right, we send like a group of 5 or 8 or whatever at a time. I would relay names out of the ledger to Avandre.
Okay. Are you
In-
sending all 15, or are you sending just the 10 that are political prisoners?
I'll
Um,
just
Also,
send everybody,
obviously
right?
your group, but
I mean, I'd start with the 10 the political prisoners, and then I would explain, names and the crimes that they were in here for. Clearly, obviously, up to interpretation. But I think we'd also send them too, right? We can't. We're not leaving anybody alive down here.
No. Yeah, we just put them all through. Like, I mean, that's what Avandre is. That's the whole point of this, like, little triage spot. That way they could.
Right.
yeah. And Avandra relays, like, we have Voiceless on standby. I'll have them rounded up and imprisoned for the moment until we can figure out something a little more permanent, as well as assess the severity of their crimes, I guess. By the way, are there any more like dangerous criminals in there? That'd be interesting.
Not no mo.
Yeah. Why do you ask?
Just curious. I mean, this is an imperial prison facility. I'm sure there's not just lawyers and political prisoners in there, right?
Nope.
Yeah, funny you asked.
Took care of them.
Yeah, no, they got dealt with.
I mean, half of them are already. He said this was
Yeah.
happening during the middle of
Yeah, this
sending them
is
down.
happening
So
during. So
said half of them
Yeah,
are gone.
I put it on speaker mode, and every once in a while, like there's a scream or a dragon roar or whatever. Be like,
Yeah.
hey, do you know anything about the dragon of the dragon of Key?
Oh, the Abyssal Dragon of Key?
Yeah, that one. How bad is it?
Old myth about some dragon that was capable of shooting lasers all over the place.
Great, yeah.
No one ever figured out what it was. I mean, it sounds a bit like a beholder, but I mean, if it flew with actual wings, I mean, hard to say. Peasants are not great at when they come to like relaying stories like that. They're not trained monster hunters or anything. So no, I mean, it flew, it shot lasers. That's about all I know of it.
Thanks. That's encouraging.
Why do you
Okay.
ask?
I don't know. We might,
Because the Empire's
we're-
got them locked up in the basement.
we're gonna try and avoid it as best we can. But
Maybe we could just
if
have them
we don't come
too.
back in like a day, put that gold to good use.
A word of advice, Drost. Whatever is going on with that facility, and it sounds like you've taken control of the place, correct?
Yeah.
Theoretically, if you're needing to, you could just lock the place down and take a nap.
Yeah, we're talking about time-wise and
I mean, it's
debating.
like, you can take a nap if you need to take a rest. I mean, obviously, if we're going down to this level 3, y'all need to be in like tip-top shape. So,
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, and the wolf's still alive. So, I guess if any of these 4 die while we're taking a nap, that sucks. But
I'm not in tip-top shape.
no,
Yeah, I was gonna suggest we do some sort of a long rest before going after, even on a stealth mission. But cool, thanks for the info, Andre. I'm gonna put you on silent for like, I don't know, maybe a day or so while we're down in the pit.
That's
So-
fair. Based on the screams I'm hearing already, I'd rather not hear all of you make that noise as well. So, thank you.
And as he clicks off, I'm like, well, okay, well, it wasn't for you, but great. So if we're gonna take a nap or spend any time, like, there's nothing else to do but go to the third level, right? So I'm gonna identify all the rest of the items that we found, and are we doing a long rest for
I mean,
everyone?
I think you got it, right?
I'm like,
Would be the smart
I'm
idea.
about 50-50 on how much magic I can bring
It's
to bear
not
right
very
now.
good. Dros, 50-50 is not good.
Yeah,
I
no,
think a
I'd say
full
if you
rest
need
wouldn't
to.
hurt. I mean, we can put the whole place on lockdown anyway, so.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree.
True.
Do you want to test if we can get one of the murder bots to go down to level 3?
Oh yeah, might as well, right?
Easily
Yeah,
done.
I'll send one down there.
They're not exactly capable of climbing, but they are certainly capable of falling and then just eating some of the
How
damage.
far down is it?
It's a ways. It's like 100 feet.
I cast Featherfall on him.
All right.
I could do that.
You cast Featherfall, like, as soon as this thing jumps into the fog, you cast Featherfall. I need you to roll me a d20 real quick.
Oh.
DC 5. It's not a hard DC.
Yeah, you say that.
Yeah, he's gonna roll 4. God damn it!
God damn it! It's Corey.
You
It's fucking.
universe, not me.
It's the concealed condition of Pathfinder. God damn it all.
Not quite the concealed condition.
Well, yeah, it's me not being
it-
able to beat it.
It's something similar, but it's not that. It's specifically not that one. Hold on, I need to look up fall damage real quick. Okay.
Thud. I was expecting a thud a lot later than I heard one.
I mean, here's the question. Do we consider gravity to be a magical effect? Because theoretically, it doesn't take bludgeoning damage from non-magical sources. I'm not sure if gravity counts.
I'd say
I
at least have
mean,
resistance.
Gravity shouldn't
I
be
would.
magical.
I feel like if it doesn't take bludgeoning damage,
Yeah,
that's
that would be.
that's what falling damage is, right? Bludgeoning.
Yeah.
It is bludgeoning. Yeah. All right. You hear much faster than you were expecting a massive thump into the ground, like it is a colossal crash. You have no connection to this thing. As soon as it went through the fog,
Uh-oh.
you felt it was like a cord getting severed.
Oh, what did you tell
Anybody
it to do?
got a light that they can send down there? Could light a torch. I mean, someone's got to have a torch, right?
I can toss a lit torch down there.
Yeah, I can light a torch with Druidcraft.
You toss a lit torch down there. It passes through the fog and out of sight. You cannot see it.
Let's go and nap it out, and then we'll fuck around more with these murder bots when we get done.
Right. I mean, there's no use for them other than to literally send them, every one of them, down there with the command to defend us. So.
Well, but what if, like, they don't work down there? If they just go dead and fall, then we want to leave the rest up here to keep, like, other people from getting down to this part, right? Like, once we check out, we'll just be like, hey, anything comes down here, kill the shit out of it.
True. I guess the other question is, how do we plan on getting back up out of the pit?
Well, it's like a rope.
You can leave the
right?
rope. Yeah, you guys have a rope in place that
Sure.
the meat grinder people just used.
Sure.
I guess we assume they can climb back up. None of them ever did, but we didn't really give them that choice.
It's almost like they were frightened of the person standing at the top of the rope and they couldn't physically move back that way.
That's true.
Well, yeah,
climbing up wasn't an option. There were two choices.
Right. Yeah, I was going to say
Straight up was not.
They cut the rope every time they put someone down there, right? So
Normally, yeah. Yeah, normally they would literally like have someone tied up in a rope bundle, lower them down, and then just cut the rope and leave them. For you guys, you just left the rope and let them climb down hands free, essentially. Here is the list of everything from the other loot room. Some of those are some weird magic items, but they are also kind of cool.
If I didn't already have magic
Oh,
breastplate,
+1 javelin.
immovable rod. Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
Fucking
Movable rods
immovable
are always
rods are
good.
the worst. I fucking hate those things, man.
Oh, I know. I'm very well aware, and when I rolled this, I was very tempted to just say no.
You
But
fucking,
I can't.
you deserve it.
I
do.
cannot. I
I'm
cannot
guilty of it.
believe.
Hold on.
Those fucking bird brothers, man. Well, you're
I'm
okay.
guilty by association, if anything.
Yeah. I mean, you got to get creative, man.
I cannot believe that all you guys used the immovable rod for in that entire campaign was so that Linster could use a heavy crossbow.
If I had any say in that matter, I would not have been how we used it. I want you to know that.
Oh well,
No.
you'd have been able to convince.
Yeah, no. Convincing the murder hobo Linster and the even more murder hobo Sam to do it? Oh no. That wasn't happening.
Well, filter of love. Oh, okay.
Goodness.
Some of those are fairly self-explanatory. I'm putting in the weirder ones.
It's a whip.
Yeah, I got super excited when you were trying to get Tez to drink the potion of diminution, thinking it was going to make him bigger. Oh my god, it would have been funny. The idea of him thinking like, I'm going to get bigger, and then suddenly shrinking.
That's funny.
Turn Tez into Scrappy Doo.
Yep, basically. Yeah, most are fairly explanatory. Ring of Swimming, Cap of Water Breathing, and Cloak of the Manta Ray all help with dealing with water stuff. Same with Mariner's Plate Armor. Mithril Half Plate for super light medium armor. The Feather Token Whip. It's a really kind of odd item, but I mean, also kind of cool. And then a couple more potions and that damn rod.
The damn rod.
Very nice.
All right. Is there anything else you guys are doing before you take a rest?
Oh,
Are we sending all the people out first?
Yeah, I think we got them out, right?
Yeah.
I think
all of them
everybody's-
have left, and they are not here.
Yep.
And you would have already relayed, like, Avandra is aware of everyone there, so Syndrin will be watched.
Yeah, I was very suspicious of him regardless of the yeah, I mean if there's anything useful in here.
Go ahead and give me a quick investigation check, just to see if there's anything
Oh,
you missed.
I mean, yeah, I'm happy to. I was kind of just referencing whoever wants to put any of this gear on that we've found. But I will investigate. Yeah, I mean, I'll look through mostly the office, the guy's office.
$18. There's two documents that you find in some of the older records. Specifically, I need to find the act. Hold on. I know I had it listed. Where did I put it? Okay. Specifically, there's two documents that kind of stand out from here. 16 years ago, a document was sent to the commandant of the prison at that time. It looks like it was not the same commandant you just killed. Which, by the way, as you kind of look through this, the commandant's never given a name other than the commandant. It's kind of like just a title, but it's also like their whole persona once they take on the job, it seems like. But there's a document dated from about 16 years ago. specifying that a special holding prisoner should be taken in and dealt with as the commandant sees fit. The prisoner is never to be named other than known, and will henceforth be known as. Where is the list I had? As prisoner 10642. The stationery is actually mage marked on there from specifically House Malor, one of the imperial houses, which you guys would recognize that name. That's the noble family that the current prince consort and now scion of Demogorgon, he's from there. Charles Malor the First is the lord of that house right now, but it looks like someone from House Malor 16 years ago had this prisoner sent here.
Oh, the actual king. Or the actual...
Prince consort. It gets a little, he's not technically the emperor, so he's just the person screwing the empress at the moment. The other document that you find, this one, I don't think I threw that one on here. It's from several hundred years ago at this point, stating that a political prisoner from Elbanon is kept as one of the first prisoners inducted into the special projects level, henceforth as level 3. This prisoner will not be named and is known as prisoner 100 going forward. And this is a several hundred-year-old document.
Jeez. So the Malor family had someone sent here
16 years ago.
16 years ago.
And that is one of the prisoners that is still alive, apparently.
That is still alive and in
level 3.
Okay, so the book still has a record of that number, prisoner number?
Correct, yeah. The 4 people that are still alive in level 3 are Ingrid Darby, the Wolf of the North, a mage known as Grifter, prisoner 10642, which is this individual that was jailed here 16 years ago on special request, and then this other one that's from hundreds of years ago known as prisoner 100.
Gotcha. Oh, okay. I'm just connecting the dots of that level 3 list. Okay, cool. What's our plan of action once we're down there? Are we on full stealth mode, or are we?
I mean, probably as quiet as we can be, right?
I would probably agree.
I don't know. I mean, those dudes sound like they got murdered pretty fast. So I think whatever was hanging out was pretty close to the entrance.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I'm sure the monsters know where the food comes in, and they are waiting for it.
True.
So I'm sure we're gonna get into some shit right when we come in the door. But after that first one's out of the way, then we can be a little quieter.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think of if I've got any other useful stuff for down there. Maybe avoiding things like Thunderstep.
Yeah. Well, if I hadn't used all my spells, I could have counterspelled it, but
No, I'm just saying, in general, the loud stuff that will.
Oh, I should use Thunderstep like I always do in fights.
You do you, but I'm just looking through my list of options of things.
Oh, yeah. No, that's my favorite move is to run into the middle of a big group of people and flip them off and then Thunderstep away.
Yeah, that definitely very effective.
I like that move.
Yeah, then with whatever time is left, I'll be, I don't know, talking to Jives or whatever and taking a rest.
All right. Jives doesn't have a whole lot of information for you just yet.
Yeah,
since
I kind of
there's
assumed so.
still, yeah, there's still some stuff locked on him. But all of you are able to complete a long rest, should you choose to,
Oh, good.
Right
including the
before we
monsters.
dropped a recast text.
Right?
Yeah, the meat grinder, whatever effect it had, I think has long worn off. As the monsters also rest.
We should have sent all the bad guys down before we went down. Oh well.
Yeah.
Oversight on our part.
I mean, not that we would have had any idea, but if it was 52 points of damage that the meat grinder had an effect on, it's probably better to go in a day after and it be quiet.
Yeah, that's true. Whatever ate all those dudes is full.
Right? They're sleeping it off in a corner somewhere.
Maybe.
Who knows? They're probably
Maybe.
hungry again by now.
So that begs the question: do you guys head down to level 3?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You guys all affix ropes to the posts here at the entrance to level 3 and begin the descent, scaling down the cliff face here, passing through this impenetrable fog. All of you, because every single one of you has some kind of magic. As soon as you pass through that mist, you feel it's almost like a thick blanket kind of gets thrown on you a bit, dampening whatever spirit inside of you that allows you this connection to magic force.
Oh shit!
It's a bit smothered as soon as you pass through it. Some of you more than others.
Oh fuck!
So
You can feel your. For the record, your item. The sense you get immediately is that any items that you have that are magical are fine. If you try to cast spells, there might be some difficulty with that.
Oh, shit.
Ooh.
Well, that rewards a lot.
I may not be very helpful, guys.
What about
Yeah,
me?
you-
Mine's a little
You're telling
crazy.
me.
But you guys all land at the bottom of this pit, immediately seeing. You expect to see carnage all over the place from sending 30 people down here to their deaths. You don't actually see that. You see a lot of blood smears and things, but it looks like a lot of them got dragged away. The ground down here, the air itself is very musty and no longer has that clean, sterile smell of the building above you. This now smells like a cave. It is dirt. It is natural earth, and almost a twinge of death and blood on the air. The ground itself, what looks like it should be normal dirt, is almost there's this weird other dust coloring things all throughout here. You do see the bot that you sent down there standing in a kind of downed position. Looks like it is fully powered down.
There won't be much good down here.
Nope.
Dead ahead of you, in this room, whatever, as you see the smell, you can kind of see farther into the chamber, this weird four-legged creature with this giant open maw kind of snarfing around on the ground, pulling at what looks to be part of a corpse, fresh corpse. Multiple tentacled appendages kind of reaching out and grabbing other pieces of it and just pulling it into its maw. You do recognize this. This is an Odayu. The sewer-like creatures that are typically found in sewers and things like that, as essentially trash compactors. And you can kind of hear one off in the distance, off to your guys' right.
Can we real quick rewind to before we came down here, and I would have put on that mithril half plate.
Absolutely. Feel free to equip that. Yeah, if there's any items on there that you guys would have attuned to or grabbed or anything, feel free to add them. They're all just straight out of the DMG, so They should just be drag and drop.
Alright, I'm attuning to the Staff of Healing for sure.
Thought you might.
Yep.
Staff of Thunderbolts wasn't exactly getting its full use, so
No, I honestly kept forgetting I had the use of it.
yeah. It's good. It seems like more of a monk staff than anything, though.
Would anyone
It's
mind
so
if I
cool as
took
hell,
the
though.
+1 javelin?
Go for it, dude.
Okay. I'll take it.
All right. As soon as you guys land here, I need everybody to please make a stealth check for me. Assuming you guys are being quiet, right? I think that was the plan, the consensus.
Yes.
Are we masking our situation at all?
Yeah, is one of you hippies have like pass without trace or any kind of that magic shit?
I do.
I
but
do, but
Not sure how well it would
you
work
only,
down
like,
here.
However, if you are going to try and cast Pass Without a Trace, please give me a flat D20 roll first before you cast it.
ooh, okay, I'll try it.
16. You go to attempt to do this, and you feel like that blanket like smothering your magical effect, and you manage to push through, and you're able to cast the spell. You learn what the effect because you've passed it. You now know what the effect is. Spells of 3rd level or lower, you have to succeed on a DC 5 check in order to cast them. If you cast it and fail, or if you try to cast it and fail, it doesn't waste that spell or that action. You can just have to you do something else, essentially.
Oh.
Okay.
So you were right about the Pathfinder mention, Casey. I did borrow this rule from Pathfinder. It's the DC 5 flat check for when you're like stupefied and stuff like that, and being able to cast spells.
Sure.
What if it's above 3rd level?
If it's above 3rd level, it's fine. So your actual spell slots, Finn, perfectly fine. Your cantrips, that's a problem.
Yep.
And this effect only affects once per round. So, like, if you succeed on it once, you're then able to use multiple castings of Eldritch Blast without issue, but next round you'll have to try it again.
Sweet.
Same with anyone who does, like, multiple spell effects, like, bonus action and action spells or anything like that.
Did my
same
hex?
deal. If you roll once, or if you already rolled once on that turn, you can do hex as well.
Well, what if I've already cast it and it's just like hanging out on Elvis waiting for me to move it?
You cast that at 5th level, so it's perfectly fine.
Oh, that's right. Yep, never mind.
Yeah. Yeah, Casey had to roll this earlier because Featherfall is a 1st level spell. As soon as it hit that mist, it was it was potential lights out, and it did. So.
Mm-hmm. Just for the record, guys, I'm gonna fail all of these fucking checks.
Well, you have a
Like-
+10, so
All of them.
All right, so Pass Without a Trace succeeded, though. Everybody, please give me a stealth check +10.
The mithril, does that prevent the
That cancels disadvantage. on any, yeah.
Shoot.
So it is a straight roll.
Okay. In that, I was thinking the mithril made me stealthier. In that case, I would have just kept the
No, it does.
the
Normally,
breastplate on.
Yeah, normally you have disadvantage on your stealth. It cancels that, so you have just a flat roll, I believe. Let me make sure. Pretty sure that's how mithril works.
Okay. I couldn't remember the difference between mithril and adamantine. I should have just looked it up myself.
Mithril. If the armor normally imposes disadvantage on stealth checks or has a strength requirement, the mithril version of the armor does not.
Okay. Then then I did. That was the main reason I did. So stealth +10.
Yep. So we got 31, 25, 27, 22, 14.
That guidance is not on there because I wouldn't be risking.
Fair. And a 21. Okay. So we have 2 that are below 25. Let me make sure.
Oh.
I'm not saying that's the actual DC. I'm just saying that's that's when I need to start being concerned about a DC. Nope. Okay. And where are you? There you are. Just barely. You guys, as you land down here, kind of get a sense for everything going on. Start crouching down. Hide your figures. Seem to go unnoticed. Everybody, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay. Perception. Oh, that's not bad.
What the shit?
Okay. Well, three of you are immediately kind of looking around okay, this place is kind of clearly just went through the bloodbath. This is bad. We're only seeing one thing. Where are the rest? The other three of you, you can just, let me see here. Tez, you don't necessarily hear anything too specific, although you do hear what sounds like a weird leathery noise, flapping almost, coming from this direction off to your left.
I
it almost
hear
sounds like
something. Oh, I'll point that out. I hear bat wings. Something strange.
Tyler and Joe, you guys hear that too. You also hear what sounds like multiple deep, heavy breaths coming from your right side. And then farther down on the right side, you two are also able to hear this weird ticking noise. For reference, if you've seen or played the Last of Us games, the clicker noise that they make, you hear something very similar to that.
Yes.
Coming way off from this direction. Way off to the east.
So
I relay that.
would I have, without anything more than what Drost would know, would I have an idea of if I were to cast a spell with verbal components, how obviously I would be alerting things down here?
It doesn't seem like you're in a very acoustic spot at the moment, so if you're quiet about it, you might be able to pull it off. Potentially. There might be another role involved for that component, but
I'm going to, so with my cloak, I took subtle spell for that.
Subtle spell would eliminate it.
Yeah, I'm gonna use a subtle spell, and I'm going to cast Arcane Eye.
Ooh.
Sorry, Corey.
Yeah. All right. Normal vision, dark vision out to 30 feet. You can move it. Oh, god damn. All right. I'm going to say treat your... Actually, hold on.
Oops, sorry. Doubled it up.
Just for the sake of doing this, I'm going to put a Purger here. Move the Purger where you want that eye to go, and I'll tell you what you see.
All right. Well, sure.
I'll open up some of the vision here a little more.
I'll go to the right.
Okay. Almost immediately, you can see there is a kind of cavern off to the right further. And much closer than that, there is what looks like another ODU, just kind of snarfing around, not doing anything in particular, looking for scraps of the bloodbath from yesterday. You can also see another path up ahead, and what looks like another path up that way.
Wow. Okay. I've got an hour of this, so I'm gonna try to be quick about it. But I'm basically just gonna. I'm probably just gonna take every right and explore the area, and then loop back around, and just basically.
All right. You head to that first cavern there. And
I'll stick
almost
to the
immediately-
walls, probably.
almost immediately, the eye sees something big and slightly moving, currently sleeping. A multi-headed hydra.
Great.
All of the heads are kind of like coiled together. They seem to be snoring at the moment.
Gang, we're just looking for humans down here, right?
Yes.
I think so.
Or maybe humanoid.
Right.
Yeah, humanoid.
Well, sure, yeah. Elves.
Because there's a good chance
Gnomes.
that, like, what 10642 is an elf, right?
Right. Yeah, I shouldn't. Yeah, I misspoke when I said just specifically humans. So yeah, I'm gonna. If it doesn't look obvious that there might be like humanoid like people around the area, I'm gonna bounce from there and work my way around.
Okay. You start moving towards the next area, and in this little tunnel, you can see what looks like a hunched over little figure wearing like a hood. The source of the clicking noise, as it kind of just looks around, seems to be like doing its own little investigation. Hunched over, like you can see the gray skin of its hands, these like long blackened hand like fingers. Like just kind of nasty looking little thing. You can't see its face at the moment, as it's looking around making this noise and seems to be doing some investigating of its own. It then turns around and you can see this like hollowed out like horrifying visage. Let me see if I can. There it is. I think this will just show the art. Hopefully it just shows the art.
Ew.
That's gross.
Ugh.
Taylor, the
No,
player,
thank
might
you.
remember these from a game a long time ago.
Yeah, fuck those
It
things.
shows a shitload more in the art if you scroll down.
Yeah,
too
it
far.
shows the specifics, but I'm gonna scroll back
Yep.
up.
Yeah, fuck those things.
Oof.
Not excited that they're back.
They, in fact, made a return under a different name, albeit. But yeah, this one seems to be kind of hovering around this entrance area, just looking around, making this noise and finding its way around this place.
For the record, I don't think this thing has hearing, so I wouldn't probably be hearing the clicking. But
Well,
I
we
would
can hear the clicking.
You guys,
Avoid
yeah,
it,
you guys
right.
can hear the clicking.
Yeah, I'd avoid
Well,
it.
I
Through
can.
the eye, you don't get that part, but
Right.
it.
Try to move past it, give it a wide berth as I can.
You move past, and the end of this tunnel, you can see it's barely visible, but there's kind of like a crevice that looks like just big enough for someone to pass through.
I'd go through it. The eye is like smaller than tiny, I think.
This doesn't go through anything as small as an inch.
Right.
Yep. Inside here, you find. I'm trying to remember. They met Drost after the events up at Yord, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. You see a very like beat up, tired looking woman, almost Tez's size, like sitting down on the ground, like breathing hard. Looks like she's trying to get her breath back after something. Inside this area as well is another man. Doesn't seem to be shirtless, torn up pants. Looks to have this massive metal collar around his throat, completely like restricting his neck movement for the most part. Fully like bald, scarred across most of his skin. Seems to be holding like a long, like sharpened, almost looks like a stick, as he's kind of just keeping watch near that crevice. Because it's invisible, you can't see it.
Oh, that's right. It's invisible. Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I was about to get clever with like spelling stuff out in the air, but never mind. All right,
Invisible magical eye. So yeah, you see 2 people in there though.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll circle around and then come back out and, split down to the other next path.
Okay. You start heading down that path. And it kind of loops around, but it looks like there is like an interior cave in here. That breaks from the path a bit.
I'll go past it and keep going to the right.
Okay. You keep going, and you can almost immediately see that it loops back around to the main chamber.
Okay, well then I'll just duck down to that inner.
Okay.
I'll double back again and back into this one just to see what's down there.
There are 2 things in here. First of which is another one of those creepers. This one is not making that, doesn't seem to be doing anything or making that noise or anything. And you guys only heard the one noise, so this one seems to be silent. However, it is standing over what looks like a person. Very dirty, bedraggled, like unshaven, unkempt, long-haired man. Currently looks like he's unconscious, is just laying on the ground. And whatever this thing is, it looks like it's like piling little rocks and stuff around him. You're not entirely sure what it's doing exactly, but something ceremonial here.
Oh, great. I'm going to try and get close enough to see if he's breathing or not.
You can see there is just the gentlest rise and fall.
Okay. And then I'll just loop back around the other direction.
Okay. At this point, I need someone, doesn't matter who, need someone to roll me a luck check, please. Just a d20. As you start looping it back around and get into the main chamber near the ODUs, the rest of you, Drost has been kind of relaying this information to you as quietly as possible, hey, I found some people, stuff like that. Tez, that flapping noise is getting louder.
Oh. Do you all hear that? Oh, you can hear it now.
And louder.
Oh, what is that?
You guys suddenly hear a hideous screech coming from that hall, that passway off to the left, as a massive flying with almost like bat wing creature. Its head
oh no.
Its head looks like it should be a head. However, when it opens its mouth to screech, in between rows of jagged teeth is a massive yellow eye. And you can see on multiple points along its wings are other massive yellow eyes.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Gross.
Arrow dragon slaying.
Right?
That's a nasty fucker.
As this thing flies into the main area looking for more food.
Oh, I think that's the dragon, right, guys?
Probably.
I'm going to say whoever wants to, give me an Arcana or Nature check.
Oh.
God.
I'm nature-y. Sometimes.
I'm Arcana-y all the time.
I mean,
All right.
try.
Drost and Tyler. Dragons are arcane beings, but they're also very much in tune with nature and the primal elements. Despite also being, apex predators and mild aberrations of nature at best, they are still a part of the natural world. This thing isn't. There is not a shred of natural to this thing. This is a pure aberration, and you are certain of that. You get the sense with that 23 and that 15, that arrow dragon sling isn't going to work on this thing. The name Dragon of Key might have been just an idiot peasant name that someone who saw something flying in the sky gave to it because it was flying in the sky.
Of course.
And that is where we're going to end for the night. As the thing comes flying into the courtyard. Maybe it's found you guys or heard something.
Nasty.
Maybe it's looking for just food, and you might go unnoticed. We'll find out next time.
Sounds good. So I'm going to end the recording here. So thanks for watching, and we will catch you next time.